Hey, how you doing? This is Sajid here to bring you the news. It is currently 1/16/2024 on a Tuesday at 10:40 a.m. Shout out to all of those who are either having a freeze or who are having snow or a combination of both. Much love, respect, and appreciation. And hopefully you guys are having, a very either safe trip to and from home, or, hopefully you're home, sitting there in the heat. But we're going to get directly into it. So I want to start off by saying, for the last video that I put up dealing with the Asian woman who was able to cook, soul food, or what some people would say black food. We ended up actually having about a good 9 people unsubscribe. Much love, respect, and appreciation to the 9 or maybe even 10 people that unsubscribed directly from the platform due to the effect of that video. I didn't think that video would cause that much of an issue, but obviously it did, and some people didn't like it, and I'm just gonna say you won't be missed. It is what it is. To people who don't like the content, you're more than free to just go directly to the page and make sure that you hit the block button directly on your way out, because I'm not about to decide to switch or change the content because you have a certain disagreement or dislike specifically about it. And I guess due to the effect of, as what you stated, it doesn't fit the narrative that the black man is the enemy. People are going to tend to not like it. So at least they know how to move around. Grown adults know how to move around. That is great. But that brings into the next clip here. Yo, what is up, James? What is up? What is up? Underneath that video, because I did a live stream and I did a separate video, you had the responses that you see directly in front of you. And oddly enough, some of the women decided to say that ain't nobody really mad about, whatever it is that I'm talking about. But we can clearly see that there is some type of a issue, right? One woman said, I don't care. If she could cook soul food, I can cook, bake anything. Y'all bugging. Again, as I stated directly to this woman, if you don't actually care, then you would have never made a point to state that you don't care, which obviously means that you care. And then you decided to insert yourself directly in there as if I'm specifically talking about you. Completely nonsensical and stupid. They wanted to turn around and say that they always try to make it seem like we are bothered by the stupidest ish. And the thing we are bothered by, like femicide by black men, are completely ignored. Y'all corny as hell in 2024. Yo, what is up, James and Ty? So let me just highlight this real quick. Now, remember when I sat up there and told y'all before that the main women who decide to call black guys corny? This is clear cut a black woman. Y'all can go look at her comment directly on the video. It's a solo video that I had posted on the original channel. And she was like, y'all corny. She ain't talking about no other men out here. She's talking about black men. Right. And she wanted to also move the goalpost because she didn't really have anything to say or add about the conversation. She just wanted to throw up, oh, you guys are talking about this, but what about the black femicide? And I replied to her, I'm like, if we're going to be real, in the black community, the only people that are really dying the most when it deals by the hands of black men are black men. We both engage and interact with each other more than anybody else. So again, and I've also done a video and a live stream on this and put the stats up to show as well. So yeah, again, let's get rid of this tired narrative dealing with that. Next person said, oh, please, ain't no black women mad at nobody. Stop the madness. So again, we got 2 women directly up here stating that black women ain't mad, but yet they're interjecting themselves into the conversation when there's no need to. If you know that black women ain't mad, then you don't need to say nothing. But obviously you must be mad, even though nobody is pinpointing and directly talking about you. Third person said, this is an absolute lie. No black women are mad. She can cook food. How you guys love to flatter yourselves. Again, in the video, I, as a black man, wasn't trying to flatter anything. I was literally spent 15 minutes on a video. Let me mind y'all, let me just reiterate to a lot of people. The what's up, Gail? Gail said, yes, black men are laying each other out, unfortunately. Yeah, like I said, it is sad, but you got to put the numbers in the narrative where it needs to be put. If we're really talking about black people that are losing their lives, black men lose their lives the most, more than anybody else. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. All if you want to sit up there and look at fights, if you want to look at assaults, if you want to look at shootings, yeah, we do that to each other more than anybody else in the community. So, like I said, the lady up top, she just wanted to say something just to feel like she had a leg to stand on, and she realistically didn't, because there was nothing that she could really say about the Asian woman, because that was going to further make my point. That was going to make her look even more stupid, right? But yeah, the third woman, what did she say? She said, I love how y'all like to flatter yourselves. A great cook can cook any food. Shout out to Captain Obvious. Of course, we know this. This is why when you look at chefs, the greater majority of chefs are men. Correct? Correct. Then she later said, you got a handful of people. Stop the division and your hatred for black women. Again, like I told y'all before, even on live stream, I literally stated this before I even posted that video as a solo video on the platform. I literally said, like, this has nothing to do with a hatred or a dislike or a loathing for black women or anything like that. This is showcasing the fact, as which one of the guys stated. It was like, if you look on Twitter, you have black women up there having an imaginary battle versus women of other nationalities who are not even really focused on them. Like I said, this Asian woman was not at any point in time focused on black women. She didn't say nothing negative about black women. She was only showing that she can cook. And the problem was that you had these black women that I showcased deciding to go underneath her post and make it and turn it into a problem. Even though I showcased during the live stream several dishes of other ethnicities, but yet the same energy that those black women that I showcased were underneath her comment section, they didn't have no smoke for any of the other dishes that she made. They only cared about the quote unquote black dishes, the soul food. That's it. And I'm like, that's crazy to me. Out of everything that you could be trying to find a problem and want to argue about, you decide to put energy directly into that. Wasted. Then the next one and the last one said, I make fried rice and tacos. I don't see the problem. Those complainers may not even be black. And again, I've stated to people before that we're living in a time in society where when it deals with online, everybody want to consider everything is fake. People don't want to do the research. Again, I did it in 4K. I did it live. I was on Twitter. The comments that you were able to see, those are the comments that were there. So if anybody wanted to go back and try to find out if these people are black or not, you can more than likely go do that. Instead of just trying to assume, oh, they're probably not even black. How about you go do the research? How about you do that? Anytime that you see negative context or you see negative comments online, why don't you go through the profile? Because I do. I've even done it to certain extents on lives and even on other videos. But, it is directly what it is. So let's move on to the topic directly at hand. We got matter of fact, no, yeah. We got a video by way of Lil Nas X, right? He had his Jesus Christ video. And this is what Lil Nas X had to say in response to a lot of the backlash that he was receiving.
Hello, everybody. I wanted to not necessarily apologize, but I wanted to explain like where my head at and where it's been for like the last week. So first of all, when I did the artwork, I knew like there would be some upset people or whatnot, simply because, religion is a very sensitive topic for a lot of people. But I also didn't mean to like mock. This wasn't like a fuck you to you people, fuck you to the Christians. Like, it was not that. It was literally me saying, oh, I'm back like Jesus. Like that was like the whole thing. I'm not the first person to dress up as Jesus. I'm not the first rapper. I'm not the first artist, and I won't be the last. And I know, like, given my history with the Call Me By Your Name video, anything that I do related to religion can be seen as like mockery. That just was not the case with this. And I will say though, with the communion video, with me eating the crackers and juice, I uh I thought that video was gonna be the video to lighten the mood, to take it down like less serious or whatnot. I thought that was something that we all wanted to do as kids or whatnot, but I didn't understand the idea of the reality of what it is. It's me eating
Hey,
the
BB.
communion, which is like the symbolism of like Jesus's blood and bones or something like that. I don't remember completely, but I did not mean it to as like a cannibalism thing or whatever the freak. But I do apologize for that. I will say I am sorry for that. That was overboard. Though I don't agree with all of Christianity's rules or whatnot. I know not everybody follows Christianity by the book 100%, or the world would be a lot crazier. But I do apologize for that. What was I going to say? This is not like to try to get everybody on my good side or whatnot. This is more so to clear my own head about my own decisions. I know, like, I messed up like really bad this time. And I can act unbothered all I want, but it's definitely like taking a mental toll on me. What else do I want to say? I know this is not going to be like an immediate, like swift, everybody like moves forward or whatnot, but I do want my Christian fans to know that I am not against you. I was put on this earth to, bring people closer together and promote love, and like that's who I am. I'm not like some evil demon guy trying to destroy everybody's values and stuff like that. That's not me. What else was I going to say? Yeah, and also with the video, there's no disrespect there. I thought me clearly not being on the side of the devil in that video was I don't know, was like there was an understanding there that I'm not like trying to diss Christianity. What was I going to say? What else? This is not like something I wrote down or whatnot. This is something off the top of my head I'm trying to get out. Lastly, again, I hope sooner or later we can move forward, and I'm excited for the rest of this era and things I have planned. And hey, baby. Yeah, I mean that's all I have to say for right now. I'm sending you guys love, sending my fans love. I'm sending the people who I hurt love. Yeah.
So we were all able to hear that, right? Lil Nas X decided that he wanted to send a apology directly out because, his content, as you can clearly see directly on the side, don't have all the snippets up, but just a few of them. People found a problem directly with it. They said that he was mocking Jesus, and people really offended, and this was really on his mind, and he wanted to let people know that he's not trying to mock anybody's religion. He also wanted to state to people that he was also further showing the side that he picked, because in the video that he made, he's having a basketball battle with Satan, right? So you see him dressed in all white, and then you see the quote unquote the devil with the horns and the tail and everything, right? So you got two opposite sides. And he basically made it past and crossed over the devil, breaking his ankles, and dunked on him, basically to, I guess, say to the general public that he is on the side of God, on the side of Christ, right? And that's the picture on the lower right hand that you can clear cut see. For me, I don't know what to tell y'all. As I stated before, I did a live stream and possibly a video previously when it dealt with him coming out with the shoes where they supposedly had blood directly in them. and they were like, quote unquote, satanic in nature. But, maybe I can't fully get my thoughts across on, what I feel, but I'm going to let somebody else, who is a lot more famous and out there, to basically, say some stuff. Let me get this right there.
Mockery of y'all motherfucking Jesus. Nigga, fuck y'all Jesus. Y'all are separated from God by way of sin. So that first and foremost, let Jay say that. Y'all are separated from God by way of sin. Y'all indulge in the gangster shit. Y'all let the gangster niggas go down there and niggas and fuck niggas in that. But here you got a boy voluntarily taking dick. And guess what? God give us free will. We don't have to accept God. Every day a nigga ain't gotta accept God. Y'all playing like y'all love God. If y'all really love God, why ain't y'all shame King Von then? King Von said, I'm a demon. And I'm a demon. And I'm a demon. And I'm on demon time. Okay, what's more against God? Making mockery or being a demon? Because you can make mockery. Because the Bible says you can't make mockery of God. So what? Nigga making fun of Jesus. Y'all ain't got nothing to say with the gangster killing niggas. Cuz, blood, on phone them, that's all demon shit, demonic. Get my sucked. A bitch in the ass got 2 kissing sisters. That's demonic, nigga. That ain't of God. So when did nigga stop putting that young Dolph sign up there, nigga? You bitch ass nigga won't. Nigga, shut up and go read your book. You niggas ain't seen nothing to Dolph family, ain't played a Dolph, man. Stop all that shit.
So that was, as we all know, Charleston White. And that was his comment about Lil Nas X. And I'm just going to state that he is correct. Just like I've stated before, how people will pick and choose, they'll cherry pick certain things to believe in and out of the Bible, and they'll cherry pick certain types of rules or different things that they need to follow in their everyday life. Like I said, nobody out here is actually living their life like Christ. Ain't nobody living their life like Jesus. They ain't. People can perpetrate, people can say that they can, but realistically, they're not. And a lot of the same people that quote unquote believe in God and that want to condemn Lil Nas X are the same people that boast and that protect people who are doing the utmost harm in the Black community. That's just being real. How many Christians are sitting up there protecting somebody in their family right now that they know that's been proactively going after their kids every single day, every single year? How many Black people are sitting up there protecting that uncle that's been that touchy-feely uncle? How many doing that? How many Black people sitting up there housing gang members that they know that committed robberies and murders, home burglaries, taking lives of both men, women, kids, and elders? How many? A lot. How many Black people went and seen online talking about, oh, Pookie and Ray Ray didn't do nothing to free them? But yet we know that they didn't just set up there and rob 5 people and shot 3. Like I said, it's a lot of hypocritical things directly out here, and that's by way of a lot of people who are quote unquote of the faith, who go to church, who know the Bible. Again, people want to sit up there and condemn Lil Nas X, but then you don't want to condemn a lot of the negative behaviors that take place in the Black community. He is right. He is right. Irregardless on how people feel, he is right. That's all I'm sitting up there saying. Like I said, yo, what is up, Timothy? What is up, Hack? Tim said when South Park does it, it's funny, but when a Black man does it, it's an apology. Yeah. Yep. You said you can't take Charleston White serious because of what he has stated. And you say he needs to stay in his lane. I mean, like I said, I get how you feel, but was he wrong in his assertion? Was he wrong in specifically what it is that he stated? That's the thing I try to tell people. It's like it gets to a point in time, like, yeah, we feel a certain type of way about a person. We don't like the way that they talk or the way that they move. Correct. No problem. But was the person wrong? Can you dissect every single thing that he said point for point and basically say that he is wrong? Because I can tell you he ain't. And I've sat up there and both agreed and I've disagreed with the things that Charleston White has set up there and stated. Y'all know this. I done did live streams. But at the end of the day, what he is saying here, he is correct. We got so much gang behavior that is taking place in the Black community. We got our sons directly out here. You got daughters directly out here. In some instances, you got families, generations that are all just in a gang. Ride or die. That's it. Won't ride or die for nothing else, but they'll make sure to ride or die for that gang. They'll make sure to ride or die for that name. They're not going to ride or die for their family name. They're not going to ride or die for the children, for the future generations, so that they don't have to go down the same road. They ain't going to do none of that. But they'll make sure to ride out and crash out directly for in the namesake of a gang. And I'm like, well, you know, it is what it is. As he stated before, people got free will. People can pick and choose what it is that they want to sit up there and do. So let's go directly to the next video directly up here. Let's take a listen to this one.
Like, why do certain guys get the cootie cat and other guys gotta jump through hula hoops just to get it? It's because she don't really like you like that. Let that sink in. She don't like you like that, so therefore she's not just gonna give you the pussy. A woman who likes you, she gonna give it to you, and you ain't gotta been done did nothing for her. Yeah, I said it, and y'all kill me with this whole pick me thing, cause y'all know it's true. Y'all know it's true. Y'all, I'm a female at the end of the day. I done it, babe. That's how I know you be doing it too. So please stop sitting here acting like every single guy that you done slept with, he had to be doing something for you financially. You a female, he's a guy, he get horny, you get horny, we wanna fuck, let's fuck. And he ain't have to do nothing but pull up. So please stop. For the guys who do be having to pay to play, that's because she don't fucking like you. She don't like you like that, and you gonna have to grow on me. And that's just what it is. I said what I said. Y'all sit on these social media, y'all be trying to act like y'all something that y'all not. Do not do that. Don't do that, because that's real ugly, especially when it be people in the real world that really be knowing y'all. That's what kills me.
So I wanted to put that video up there because, as stated before, certain instances, I need to have women specifically speaking and being honest about the situations. Because when you get on social media, you, like I told y'all before, you get on social media, you listen to these podcasts, and you hear so many women talking, and they'll put up these parameters talking about, oh, I'm a special type of woman. I got integrity. In order for any man to sit up there and sleep with me, he got to be able to do X, Y, Z, and all these other things. But like I said, it's a facade. Because if a woman actually 100% likes you, she's interested. It don't matter if she sees you as a husband, a fiance, a boyfriend, or just somebody that she just wants to do a hit and run. She's going to sit up there and do what it is that she wants to do. That guy is going to be doing everything that he wants to do. He's not going to have to put in any effort, no type of energy. He's not going to have to buy her nothing. The dude ain't going to have no 100,000 K a year job or a month job. He's not going to have an IRA, insurance, the flyest car, clothes, all these things. If a woman actually likes you, you don't have to do nothing. You don't have to put no effort. This is a woman who literally told you, like, hey, I know what I'm talking about because I've done it myself as a woman. That's what she stated. And I promise you, there were women online that were mad and trying to say, oh, well, I guess that's just you. Nah, like I said, go through all of the occurrences all the interactions that you ever had with a male. And I'm talking about both young, in the middle, and at the age that you are at some point in time. If it don't matter if it was a boy, don't matter if it was a teenager, don't matter if it was a young man or older man. At some point in time, there was a guy directly out there that really didn't have to put in no effort. They didn't have to put in no effort, zero. I can promise you. Because it'd be like that. I've literally listened to women talk about the guys that they have slept with. And these dudes ain't put in no effort. They wasn't talking about a relationship. They wasn't talking about a ring. They wasn't talking about marriage. They wasn't talking about none of that. Now, the woman, on the other hand, she was talking about, oh, yeah, I want to sit up there and find love. I want to get, into a relationship. I want somebody that's going to take me serious. You can't say that you want a guy that's going to take you serious, but at the same time, you got a field of guys lined up just so you can do what it is that you want to sit up there and do. That don't make any sense. That don't make any sense. Just live life as a single woman that just want to jump from guy to guy to guy to guy to guy, because obviously you're not really interested or prepared to be in a relationship. Like I said, a lot of women are very good at lying, so good that the lies that they tell themselves, they fully believe it as fact and truth. And this is why I sit up there and tell y'all, what a woman states is one thing versus what her actions and what it is that she commits to. Two separately, completely different things. But yet when you go online, people want to sit up there and argue back and forth and try to say, oh, no, you don't know what you're talking about. No, I do. I do. And like I said, shout out to the women out there who are actually honest about these things, because there are far less honest women out here. Far less. Because you got a lot of women directly out here just full-fledged lying. Just cap of the cappity cap. Just ultra cap directly out here, just telling a whole bunch of lies, right? You know, also trying to feed these lies to other women and have them believe these lies as well. Dreamless said, the truth is the truth no matter who says it. Tim said, you're right, still throwing rocks in a glass house. Jacob, what is up? What up? Jacob said, peace and blessings, family. So now we're going to go to this next video. And before I start this, I want to state this, because I saw some discourse online where people were stating that, oh, well, maybe if you just would have did what she asked initially, that would have circumvented any of these problems. None of these things would have taken place at all. This whole thing wouldn't even be a video. And I'm just going to simply state this. If a person wants to their way, they want to start acting strange, they want to do a variety of things, that person is going to do what it is that that person wants to do, right? So let me just rewind this video just a little bit, and let me let y'all see what took place.
No, you can walk away and I'll get your fucking stuff.
Get my stuff.
Yes.
Get my stuff.
Hey, get out. Relax.
Bitch, get out my...
Oh, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
Now hold on. Now let me just rewind that real quick, right? So I want y'all to understand, this is a black woman that just rolled up, right? So let me just rewind this real quick. Let me show y'all the problem that I always sit up there and talk about. Like I said, if I'm going to talk about and refer to problems, I'm going to use an example and pinpoint where the problem is, right? So the black woman was more than likely there watching this, just like everybody else that's on the outside watching this as well, right? So let's see here.
No, you can walk away
So
and
at
I'll
the
get your
time
fucking stuff.
that you see the quarter black woman,
My stuff.
she's
Get
getting
out.
told just to get out the store, I'll get your things. She's trying to push past
Get out.
two men, right? So let me just show you something, right? She swung on the black dude once, twice, right? So then she proceeded, oh, okay, that didn't work. Let me sit up there and grab a chair. No, black woman doing this. Then she was going to try to swing it. Luckily, she's short. Dude has reflexes. That woman is not quick enough. So then as soon as the chair is gone, she decides that, hey, I'm going to start swinging and start trying to go after a dude again. So the moment in time, now notice, after all of those physical interactions and her trying to use a chair as a weapon against those men, right? The dude was like, no problem. I'm not going to swing on you. I'm not going to sit up there and hit you, but I'm going to sit up there and throw you down to the ground, right? Let me roll that again so you can hear the black woman in the background.
Oh, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
Right? So then she rolls up and now she wants to start getting into the situation. How does that work? And then you still see the same girl who was like, hey, I'm just going to sit up there and throw you on the floor real quick. She proceeds to get up and start swinging on, I'm taking it, must be the manager, about a good 2 to 3 times. How come the black woman is not reacting to that? So when the men are getting swung on and assaulted or potentially assaulted, the black woman has no type of reaction. She wasn't saying, oh, nuh-uh, don't be doing. She's not saying none of that. The only interaction that she wants to react to is when something happened to that woman. Like I said before, there's a lot of negative behavior that especially comes from women that are okayed by other women. There was a multitude of times that that woman could have came into that situation and stopped her from acting the way that she was acting, but she opted not to do it. She wanted to step in when it looked like, oh, things are now it's getting way too serious. Let's continue.
No, what's wrong with you? Get my stuff.
You're gonna get your stuff.
No, get my stuff. Give me my bag.
Call the police. Call the police.
Get off of me. Hold on, let me call. Get off of me.
Somebody's on the phone with the police, right?
Get off of me.
Somebody's on the phone with the police, right?
Yeah, I'm on the phone with the police.
So what more than likely happened there is that she got fired. And I want people to realize that a lot of jobs don't like firing people when they're there. They like to fire you over the phone. They'll sit up there and give you an email. They'll sit up there and give you a phone call because they know that chances are very great that if somebody gets fired, that they want to start wrecking and they want to start ruining the store. They want to start tearing up stuff. There's tons of videos, hundreds of thousands of videos online that showcase what it is that I'm talking about. So people don't have to sit up to say, oh, this is fake. This looks staged. This is that. This is whatever. Go search online. Go play in traffic. The main point that I'm bringing out is this. At no point in time did the black woman or any other woman there decide to intervene and stop those men from being assaulted. But then the moment in time that a man technically defends himself, this is when, oh, enough is enough. We must stand up for this woman. We must do something. We must sit up there and stop this from going. Like I said, this is crazy. I need women to stop okaying this type of behavior. Like I said, I'm about equality. If a woman decides that she wants to roll up and start swinging on a dude, by all means, the dude has the right to sit up there and get his swing back. He got his right to get his swing back. I don't care what nobody has to say. Oh, that's some weak shit. No man should be sitting up there trying to swing on a woman no matter what happens. All this other nah. Because let me let you know something. Let this woman. Let me go back to that chair. Let her grab this chair. For all the guys out there that always say there ain't no reason to hit a woman, let this woman grab this chair and hit you across your face real quick. Mess up your eye. Split your whole face open. Wig cap is back. Let her do that. I want to see you still sit up here and say, this ain't hurt me. You know, at the end of the day, I'm a man. I'm stronger than a woman anyway, so she can do whatever she want to sit up there. Let me let you sit up there and stand directly there and let her split your whole shit open. Let me see if you're still going to be that man. Let me see if you're still going to hold down all of that energy. Talking about a man don't need to defend himself versus a woman. Like I said, y'all going to keep playing these games. Y'all going to inevitably end up looking stupid. Because the moment in time that you think that a woman cannot do harm to you, you done failed. Because she going to catch you slipping. You already slipping. You already set it up for you to be slipping. She's just waiting for the right opportunity, the right time, and it's over. Like I said, she was grabbing this chair as a weapon, and she was about to swing it. Luckily, the other dude is tall, and her reflexes ain't where they're supposed to be. Obviously, that metal chair was a little bit too heavy for her, and she wasn't able to move with it like that. But like I said, a multitude of times through this video, you see this woman assaulting, swinging, and going directly after these dudes, hitting them. Like I said, it made no sense. All those women there and they couldn't stop her. She's short. You couldn't look at that. Swung on the manager once, directly in his face. I understand he was fed up. He got hit in his face, and then she swung on him several more times. Like I said, that's the only time that a woman stepped in from the outside and wanted to say, oh no, enough is enough, because she got thrown to the ground. Again, the dude didn't swing on her. She done swung on that dude 10 times. If he at any moment in time wanted to swing on her, I wouldn't even be mad. And I'm just going to be real. I don't care how that sounds. Like I said, don't be putting your hands on people. Don't do it. And I keep telling women like, yo, start raising your daughters better. You better start training them to sit up there and keep their hands to themselves Stop being emotional out here, because it's going to come to a moment in time where they're going to meet up with a dude who don't care about hitting nobody. The moment in time you touch him, you're on the ground. So then after her committing a crime, assaulting people, tearing up the store, using objects as weapons, when the police is getting called, now she wants to start walking off like ain't nothing happened. Like I said, that's crazy. But yet, now Letterman had did some stuff like that where he was basically assaulting a woman in a store. Everybody would have showed up like the Justice League. You would have had the Brotherhood. You would have had Astro Boy, motherfucking Voltron, motherfucking Power Rangers. Everybody would have been up in that bitch to hold that dude down. But the moment in time you see a woman doing this, ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody about that life. Like I said, it's crazy. We live in a society where things like this is acceptable, and people don't want to point these things out for the problems that they are. It's crazy. It is so crazy. Jacob said no accountability. She blessed that she didn't get slept, to be honest. Yeah, after like swinging on a dude like 10 times, and she hit him in the face. And I know he felt that. I know he felt that. And I know he was frustrated. It's like, yo, I want to defend myself, but I can't because I'll lose my job if I decide to swing on her. Then it'll be the whole other issue where people will be like, oh, look at this white man sitting up there hitting this black woman. It's like, no, she done swung on this dude too many times. Like I said, we got the footage. It's in 4K. This got zero to do with any type of race to that extent. Like I said, that woman decided that she wanted to use her female privilege to start swinging and using objects against men. But like I said, they want to say that men are the problem. All right. Okay. Dreamless said that this happened at an Atlanta airport. Jacob said, Con Sechi. DC, what is up? What is up? Said foolishness. Jacob said, was she ever charged? I have no clue. Chances are she wasn't charged. If she was, very little is going to sit up there and take place and happen. Like I said, this is completely ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. Timothy said, the pathway of a pacifist, you will know and earn your battle wounds. Yeah, you will. Because the moment in time that you opt not to defend yourself, other people are going to sit up there and see that as a sign of weakness, and they're going to keep doing it. This is what happens with bullies in schools. The reason that you have bullies is because the people getting bullied don't really stand up for themselves, or they don't know how to really stand up for themselves, right? They don't really know how or have the confidence to really fight back. So the bully is like, oh, ain't nobody doing nothing. Y'all just standing around. Y'all letting this happen. No problem. I'm just going to keep doing it. Then on top of that, I'm going to find more people to do this too, because I understand that you guys fear me, right? Dreamless said, wonder where security was. I have not a clue. Obviously not there, but they would have showed up if it was a black man. Let me tell you. They would have showed up pronto. They would have been there with their bells, whistles. They would have even brought the police, directly with them. Directly with them. Now, I saw this directly online. I'm just going to sit up there and list this. I already get that some people are going to have a problem with this. Let me just make y'all understand something. I'm about animals. I'm about caring, and obviously a lot of people don't care about animals. And I'm just going to state that this is we need PETA directly in here because
You laugh. I blocked you.
these horses are struggling.
Yes.
I'm just going to be honest. These are not the sturdiest and the strongest of horses that should be doing this. Like I said, the moment in time that a horse is not moving and is deciding not to move, and they're having trouble just raising their legs, let's just stop that. Like I said, the horse with the lady in the white shirt, that horse just stopped moving. He was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. Nope. It's like, I'm not even made for this. I'm just not even about to sit up there and do it. Like I said, let me just roll it back. Like I said, look how tough that horse is moving with his legs. Like he is not even gliding. Horses normally, horse riding, horses, they're gliding. They're moving across the ground as if they're dancing. That horse is struggling. That horse is literally struggling. Look at that. He can barely pick up his feet without potentially about to fall. Like, that's crazy, dog. Come on, man. I need people to stop doing this to animals. Like I said, I don't care how nobody's feelings feel. I don't care if someone, oh, you're fat shaming. That's a personal problem. It is a damn personal problem, because the only people that got to sit up there and deal with their limbs and their back hurting is those horses. Because the other thing that people are not also taking into account is the fact of how those women basically got directly up on that horse. Because I promise you, they probably didn't use steps. And even if they use steps, people who normally have weight, they're not gentle when they sit. They plop. So I promise you that they were not gentle getting on those horses, number one. And then number two, the horses have to sit up there and do this merry-go-round with them on their back. Like I said, that white horse was smart. He was like, I ain't doing this. Y'all don't feed me enough. It ain't enough hay in the world to make me keep moving. Like I said, people got to know limits. People got to know limits. People got to know limits. That is all I'm saying. Jug said, B1, what is up, what is up, what is up? Jacob said, animal cruelty. DC just rolling. Timothy said, black women believe the hype, thinking they're different from us when they are treated the same. Oh, you talking about the lady that was swinging? Yeah. Jacob said they need 2 Clydesdales. Yeah, you need like those horses that were on what was that beer commercial? Budweiser? Yeah, like the heavy, strong horses, like the horses that look like they could just like carry like a whole house. You need those horses. They're meant to carry weight. These horses are not meant to carry weight. These are just meant to carry average people. Like somebody my weight, the horse will have no problem. I wouldn't weigh anything realistically to that horse. Like I said, that's crazy to me. That is crazy to put animals through this. 100% crazy. That's why I respect camels. When the moment in time that you got any type of weight that is of discomfort to a camel is like, oh, nope, we're going back down, or they'll just tip you over and you'll fall down. Like I said, I respect camels. That camels know they worth. They're like, we ain't doing this. Y'all might feed me, but I can survive for months without water and food. We ain't doing this. And a camel will sit up there and throw you right off of their back and just sit there. It's like, I ain't moving. And you're not going to move the camel either, because then the camel will start fighting back. Like I said, I got immense respect for camels. Animals that know they worth, I got respect for you. Shout out to y'all. Like I said, out of all the times we be talking about Peter, this is the time that Peter needs to step in. I don't know where Peter at. Y'all need to roll up. Y'all need to take these horses. Timothy said they would struggle if they were in a wagon. DC Precise said they didn't offer the horse an extra 10 bags of oats. DC said, got me dying. Jacob said, I kind of feel like this when I see 2 big ride motorcycles. Hey, you know, like I said before, some people will learn. Some people, you know, will directly understand. There are weight limits to everything. There are clear-cut weight limits. If you look at an elevator, it will tell you there is a weight limit to the elevator. So you can't have 600 pounds directly in some elevators. So you basically are only going to have so few people directly in there. If you pack that bad boy up and you reach that weight limit, guess what? It might snap. It might, instead of it going up, it's going to go all the way down to the basement floor. Like I said, it is what it is. It is what it is. Right? So now I want to go to some different type of videos here. We're going to go directly over to Twitter. Right? And I want to showcase this this positive video directly right here by Black TZ, right? And this is the video with his black father, right? Let me just replay this.
Again, I don't care. See out here. See the difference? But don't force it. He'll get your one too. No, that's it. Look, now you got an attitude. You got to fucking play with attitude, bro. You playing too cool out here with these niggas. That's the problem. Let's go. Same thing. Oh, that's a block. That's a block.
Like I said, this is why fathers are needed, and specifically, this is why black fathers are needed. Right? You clearly see the father teaching him quite a few things, right? He's training him, trying to help him get better, trying to have him, get past certain mental blocks. And he's also training him to get over his emotions. Like, irregardless on however it is that you feel, tighten up. Make sure to have your emotions straight. Don't sit up there and get riled up. Don't start having an attitude, because now you are focused. Now you're not going to be able to do the things that you done trained to be able to do. Like, you got to be able to work with and manage all of that stuff as a young man, right? So like I said, it's not just a basketball lesson, but it's also a life lesson that he has given him that's going to make him be a better young man, a better teenager, and a better man in general. And these lessons that he's teaching his son right here, that little boy is going to be able to carry that over to his kids, to his sons. Like I said before, and like what is stated directly up at the tweet, a mom could never, not debating it either. This is a dad's lane. Black fathers are very necessary. Salute. And that's 100% facts, irregardless on how it is that people, decide to feel. It is what it is. Fathers are needed. We're living in a society where people are sitting up there telling women that men are not needed in order to be a part of the family or to raise kids. Men are not needed for any type of protection or anything. Like I said before, the world is upside down. The world is upside down. You got women telling other women like, "Oh, you don't need protection of a man. That's the patriarchy. That's all this. That's misogyny if you preach that a man is needed for anything. A woman can do everything that a woman can do, plus everything that a man can do." That's what women are being taught. That's what young girls are being taught. That's what young women are being taught. And like I said before, when war breaks out, we're going to see how all of those ideologies that's been thrown and passed down and women have gotten indoctrinated into, we're going to see where that falls, and it's going to fall flat. Because I promise you, let a war break out, all of these women that say that they don't need a man, they're going to be right there in the house. They're going to be right there in the kitchen. They're not going to be sitting up there running to sign up to fight. They're not going to be running to sit up there and pick up guns. They're not going to be running to sit up there and be on the front lines. They're going to be right there. Oh, let me relax in this house. I'll let you sit up there and go protect. Oh, let me be right here in this kitchen. Let me sit up there and make sure dinner and lunch is prepared. Let me get your breakfast prepared. That's how it's going to be. But like I said, people don't like when you say stuff like that, but they know that it's true. So like I said before, you got a lot of people out here that get mad directly at the truth, which is stupid to me. Everybody always state that they so big about truth, but when you actually deliver that truth and it goes against their narrative or their point, now they got a problem. Right? So then, you can see some of the comments directly down here, right? You got one dude down here, Bushido Brown, said, "I'm not trying to be negative, but we don't need any more basketball players. We need more people in other forms that can create billionaires without having to be in sports." And this is what I'm going to say to that, right? I'm not going to view what this father is doing as a negative, because as I stated before, and this is coming from somebody who grew up as a single parent, grew up from a single parent household, I can see what it is that's being delivered, that's being given directly to this young boy, because I came from without. So it's easy for me to just see it and spot it, right? And the main thing that I tell a lot of people is like, you know what? You might have somewhat of a point there. But if you're talking about that if you want more billionaires to be created, then you need to be the first. Why are you on Twitter deciding that you want to sit up there and say, we need more billionaires, we need more of this? Why don't you be the light for that candle? Why don't you become that billionaire that is needed in the community, and then you pass the information down? Like I said, those who can do, and those who can't just talk. This dude, Bushido Brown, is just talking. Don't really care about no billionaires, because like I said, if you was really about that life, you will put yourself in that space in order to be that, right? Another person said, "You have no idea what the child is involved in other than this 30-second clip of playing basketball." Responded back, "You have a point. I'm not saying that he isn't. I'm saying we need more black kids in the business field, mechanics, engineering, and so on." Again, you could sit up there and have some type of a point and still be wrong. If you want black kids to be in those areas, then guess what? You can start that up. You just doing Twitter is not doing nothing. It's not moving no type of numbers with these kids. Are you going to put down the money to open up a school that's going to bring back trades in your community? No, you're not. Are you a business major, a mechanic, or an engineer? More than likely not. More than likely not. Because if this person was, they would have put those degrees or that knowledge to work, and they would have facilitated the means in order to create a platform in order to get through and to touch these kids organically. But again, they're not doing none of this. But yet they're putting it out there so that other people can do it. Like I said, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. It makes zero sense. Another person said, look at it this way. He may have an opportunity to go to college for free and learn some things others can't. Bushido responded, I understand that. I'm not saying he wouldn't be a good basketball player. I'm only saying we should be trying to put our kids in different things besides sports. Again, what are you doing in order to elevate these kids other than, critiquing what it is that this father is doing? The reason that this post is important is because you're looking at a positive image of a black man with his son. We don't get, nor do we see a lot of images on social media. I'm not saying real life. I'm saying on social media, which everybody, hundreds of millions, if not billions of people a day are on social media as we speak. There's not a lot of positive imagery of black men with their kids because the main narrative within our community and also outside of the community that is prevalent is that black men don't spend any type of time with their kids. They don't care. They abandon their kids. They abandon their family, all this other type of stuff. So again, when you happen to see images like this, you'll always see comments like this that always want to not highlight why this is important. And like I said, this is why I need people to pay attention. You have a lot of people directly out here that will act like they're critiquing it from a positive standpoint, but really they're trying to downplay the importance on why content like this, videos like this are actually necessary. Because it's showing a whole different light, a whole different image of black men, which don't get shown. I can go through Twitter right now and show you thousands of images that are negative about black men. I can show you thousands of conversations from people in the black community that will speak all types of negativity, both about black men and young black boys. But yet I can't give you that exact same number when it deals with positive content being shown. And let me just further reiterate something that I would always sit up there and state in previous live streams. Officer Haku, let me see, what do you got his name as right now? King Black. He originally had a platform called Black Family Time, where he would post positive videos, black people getting married, engaged, proposals, black people spending time with their kids. He would post all of these things because black people always stated like, yo, I'm getting tired of being on social media and always seeing negative stuff and negative videos about black people. We're on the positive videos, right? So he took the initiative, heard black people, was like, you know what? Let me sit up there and put out that image. Not just because of the complaints, but also because I'm doing that myself. I'm a living example, right, of that positive image, right, of a father that's directly in the life of my kids, of a father that's married to a black woman, of a father that has a full-fledged black household, of a father that is always continuously working, right? So he did that. And you know what black people did? Nothing. Do you think that black people were seeking out his page and his channel and subscribing and saying a whole bunch of positive stuff? No. Now, we might have had some people directly from this platform that might have rolled directly over there and subscribed. And like I said, much love, respect, and appreciation to y'all that had rolled over to his channel when he had that up and running. But the greater majority, the overwhelming people out there that I always hear complaining, talking about they want to see positive black images. Nah, they don't really be seeking that shit out. Like I said, black people are good at talking, but black people don't really know what it is that they want. And then when you give black people what it is that they say that they want, they don't want it. It don't make any sense. Because he did that. He did that. And this is what I'm going to reiterate to a lot of people too. Y'all never really heard a content creator who wanted to do something positive. Y'all never heard somebody that's really frustrated. That's potentially angry and disappointed at putting out effort to try to put out a different narrative. Not just because people are complaining, but also because he lives this life. And he wants to see the example of him directly out there. And not only that, he also wants to show his kids this example as well. But like I said, black people are nowhere to be found. So again, it's like, when black people start complaining about the lack of positive black content, black people in general can just miss me with that. Because when it's shown, black people don't roll up. Black people don't support it. And I know that to be true because we literally got somebody that's a part of this channel, somebody that I know in real life that did what it is that black people asked and black people didn't care. But like I said, let somebody else of a different nationality start speaking positively and highly about black people. Oh, black people start running and supporting. They'll be over there in a heartbeat. It's like, oh, thank you, very much, for giving this type of light to black people on your platform, even though you're not black, you really didn't even have to do this. You could be focused on anything else, but you decided to, use the platform and everything that you got to shine a positive light when we don't even really, like I said, black people will big those people up. They're invited to the cookout. They're invited to weddings. But the moment in time that you got black people willing to do for black people don't roll up. It's crazy. It's crazy. Timothy said, I did this with my nephew. That's dope. That's dope. He gonna remember that for the rest of his life. Timothy said, more women are over taking males now, and humans aren't the only ones going through that shit. Okay, so you said more female monkeys are overtaking males now. Humans aren't the only ones going through the shift. Wow. That's crazy. That is completely crazy. Like, if you got this going on in that, well, technically, when it deals with the animal kingdom, that's a little bit different because you have other things that are taking place. You got poachers and hunters and different things like that. And they don't really go after the female primates. They tend to go after the males because the males are strong. But the problem is you're using a gun. I would have more respect if a hunter was taking these things down by hand. You're using a weapon from long range. Nobody can spot you. Nobody knows it's coming. Like I said before, go hand in hand. Go hand in hand. Go do that. But like I said, you got a lot of suburban hunters directly out here. A lot of suburban hunters, right? Timothy said, what happened to using sports as an outlet while learning valuable lessons? I don't know what to tell you because obviously we got people out here that are like, hey, we need to stop doing this. We need to stop doing that. But I'm like, it allows the child to get directly to college when normally the parents might not even have the ability to do so. So if this is the way that they got to get in there, that works out. Right? Because again, what took place with what was the whole thing that people were complaining about? What was it? Affirmative action. And then we found out that was affecting other groups way more than it was black people, because all people were sitting up there saying, oh, black people are getting in because of affirmative action. You guys didn't even sit up there and earn it. You guys just got a free ticket while my kids and many others had to sit up there and work for it. Now affirmative action is gone. So if you still see black kids there, now what? Now what's going to be the excuse? Where is the goalpost going to sit up there and get moved to then? If you still see videos of black kids talking about, I applied to 30 colleges and I got accepted to all of them. You can't say affirmative action no more. Now you got to move the goalpost to something else. And it's always going to be something else that they're going to move the goalpost to. DC Precise said competition, determination, discomfort doesn't come from books. How do you know he doesn't make him read 5 chapters after they work out? Sounds like beta energy to me. Yeah, sounds pretty bad. Pink said, what is up? Hey, what is up, Pink? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Jacob said, another reason why they tried to crucify Bill Cosby. Yeah, and I did live streams on that. I did videos on that. And like I said, people are going to look at it the way that they want to look at it and not pay attention to the bigger scope of it, which is trying to, buy NBC, once or twice and actually having the money to do so. And him wanting to use NBC as that rocket in order to put out positive black shows. Because like I said, the shows that Cosby had out, those were positive. Fat Albert, that was a dope show. You had the Cosby Show, again, that was a dope show. A lot of people grew up on that show, but again, they don't want certain things to be specifically out there. Like, just imagine like an all black channel that's with like positive stuff. When was the last time that you ever seen a channel like that? I'm talking about both basic and cable. I can't really give you anything. Can't really give you anything. And it's specifically, curated for black people, right? The writers and the actors, everything there is Black American. Like I said, the most that we got is BET, and that was in the hands of people that didn't look like black people. That was a whole family that basically had that. So, you know, like I said, it is what it is. We'll go, you know, ultra hard on our own, and you know, we won't be talking the same mess when it deals with other people, you know. Yep. Jacob said, yep, that's that ish. Yeah, that's facts. Timothy said, black people care more about politics, which is important, of a government that doesn't care about them more than their community. Yeah. And the main thing I told people before is that black people can do a multitude of things. You don't need every single, I'm talking about, you can have a nice amount. I'm talking about, like, you know, some millions of black people focused on this topic. You can have another million black people focused on, like, you can break down topics, and you can, you know, put black people, you know, specifically where they are good at those topics. The problem that we also have is the fact that the moment in time that we get black people around, we have people that are a part of a situation where they're not specifically good at the situation. So we'll have people either leading, guiding, or making plans for something specifically they're not, you know, specifically qualified on, right? Because you don't want somebody that's good at NASCAR leading a military. What would they know about warfare? They don't. You just know about cars. You know the inner workings. You know the sound. You know the types of gas. You know the weight. You know about the chassis. You know how they're built. You know how they're disassembled. You know how fast they are, right? You know all of these great things specifically about cars, because that's where your knowledge base is, right? Your knowledge base is not in warfare. It's not in war. It's not leading the army or a troop or teaching them or training them or anything like that. Like I said, you need people that are specifically you know, within that realm of that topic. Just saying. And we could easily do this. We got millions of black people out there. Right? Timothy said, we supposed to be different from animals, but we keep reverting closer to them while we sit on a pedestal. Yeah. That's facts. That is facts. So now we're going to go to a whole another video here, and it's by Black yet again. So here we go. Let me see. Make sure this is all the way back.
In 2024, can we stop asking men to take care of us and pay our bills immediately as soon as we meet them, as if they're obligated to financially make sure we're secure fresh out the gate? I will never understand this. I hear the craziest stories from men, how they'll go on a first date with a woman or their first conversation with a woman, and immediately she's making it a requirement and a standard to pay their bills and fly them out and take them shopping and drip them in designer and take care of their 3 kids. It's not even theirs, and this is the standard if you want to get to know me, let alone date me. That's insane to me. Like, I can't understand that or comprehend, because I feel like as a woman, you should hold your own and you should make sure your bills are taken care of on your own. I'm all for a man leading and providing and protecting, because that's what a man's supposed to do. And a part of providing is, of course, making sure that his woman is financially secure. But the key word there is his women. You can't just meet a man, he doesn't even know you. Y'all don't even know if you're going to be together, and the standard is you got to pay my bills. Like, that's crazy to me. But if a man met you on the first date and the first night and he wanted to have sex with you, you would be appalled and offended. Doesn't make sense. In 2024, can we stop asking men to take care of us and pay our bills immediately as soon as we meet?
She is right. Like I said, it makes no sense. And I've stated this again. You know, when it deals with the modern society out here and the logic that is being spewed by women, is being stated that, hey, you know, if we're, you know, going out or dating, like, hey, are you able to pay my bills? Are you able to take care of me? I'm like, that's a little bit crazy. Because I'm like, ain't that moving a little bit too fast? Because if a dude is like, all right, if I pay for this dinner, so we have some, we doing some stuff directly after, like she said, women would be angry. And you've seen women get angry on social media talking about like, oh, just because you paid for $1,000 dinner and we sit up there and go out to other places and you bought me gifts doesn't mean that I owe you anything, right? And I'm like, just because a dude is basically dating you and just because he's taking you out doesn't mean that he's obligated to sit up there and pay your bills or take care of your kids. So like I said, if we're going to be honest about it, let's just sit up there and be honest. Again, you got people out here that want to cherry pick. It's completely fine for them to sit up there and say that they can demand or ask of you, but you can't do the same in return. You got to earn that. Notice how that works? They don't got to basically earn anything. They're just present, and they feel that I get this because I'm a woman, solely because of that. And if you're a man, sitting up there like, all right, well, in the same token that, I'm a man, I'm just sitting here, I deserve to sit up there and have some extracurricular activities. They'll be like, no, you don't. What are you talking about? Right? Start looking at you crazy. And I'm like, this is completely nonsensical. But like I said, much love, respect, and appreciation to the women directly out here using their platforms and, putting their voices directly out there to go against the narrative that is out here dealing with modern society. I would actually scroll down, but what has inevitably started taking place that underneath a lot of topics, you'll have OF women start showing up and they want to start posting pictures and videos. So certain tweets I'll roll and go through the comments. Other ones I won't because, stuff happens. So let's go into the next video, also listed by Black as well. Let me just sit up there and share this. This one I really can't roll down, so I got to make sure that this is completely up and we're not trying to have no problems at all. So let's just listen to this real quick.
You're jerking off 5 times a week? That is an addiction.
Actually, 2 studies now have shown that fairly frequent ejaculation may decrease the risk of prostate cancer. Ejaculating around 4.5 to 7 times per week, according to a study in Australia, decreases the risk of prostate cancer by 36%. And a bigger study in Harvard, men who ejaculated about 21 times per month, which averages to be about 5.25 times per week, noted a 31% lower risk of prostate cancer. So, jerk off, baby.
You're jerking off 5 times a week? That is an addiction.
So this also goes to show why it is that women out here shouldn't make comments on men. Just like how women always say that, oh, y'all should have no conversation about our reproduction and our bodies because it's our bodies. Women are only women. They're not men, nor have they ever been men. They don't have a prostate in which that they have to, worry about potentially dying from prostate cancer. You had a urologist, a female urologist, to sit up there and debunk what that woman stated. And she added even more facts directly on there that it lowers the risk of men basically dying or even getting prostate cancer. So like I said, this is why information is important. Because if you allow just anybody to be out here talking, to be a talking head, they will mislead hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. So like I said, shout out to this Black female urologist. Thank you for the information. It was much needed. And to a lot of the guys out there, including myself, at very young ages, we did not know that we were basically saving ourselves, protecting ourselves from the risk of prostate cancer. We did not know that, but now we know. Now we know. This man, let me tell you. So now, okay. So this is another one, right? Because we're dealing with social media, right? So this is dealing with Mercedes, right? Because at one point in time, the hashtag that you see up here, which is Mercedes S680, it was trending. And I'm like, how is that trending if ain't nobody talking about it, right? So then you go to the comments and you pretty much are looking at bottage, right? So you're looking at random bots. Let me show you this, right? Notice everybody is paid on Twitter. You got some of the same, direct comments, right? Everybody has a low Twitter count, right? Barely even double digits. Like I said, this is how a lot of this stuff works. This is what botting or these mass messages on Twitter in a sense looks like. So when you happen to see something that nobody was really talking about and magically is trending, this is why. And you keep going, you keep scrolling through this, you don't see nothing that is dealing with the car. You don't see no pictures of the car. It's basically the same rinse, wash, and repeat. That's exactly what you see. Like I said, and this all started about 4 hours ago when I had this basically saved. Let me see. Yeah, you got some different intervals. You got an hour ago, 45, an hour, 50, 58 minutes, 4 hours. Yeah, this was at one point in time before I started the live stream. This was actually like 58 minutes ago, right? So that lets you know how long, it took me to technically start up the live stream to get, some stuff directly up here to talk about. But yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that this is how, you might just so happen to see some trending topics. If you go back far enough in a lot of these topics, you will find bots. You will find these random accounts that do this. All right, so now we're going to go to another one right here, and this has to deal with DJ Vlad. Vlad, right? It says hip-hop media entrepreneur and blogger DJ Vlad calls out Taraji P. Henson for crying and complaining about being underpaid. Quote, no one wants to hear a millionaire complain about money. She lives in a $6 million house. She is worth $12 million, right? So let's just get directly into that.
No one wants to hear a millionaire complain that they didn't get more millions. You're already a millionaire. Taraji lives in a $6 million house. She's worth $12 million.
What?
No.
Right? So that's the craziest part. You got Vlad. Obviously, you can see who Vlad is. And he decides that he wants to speak specifically on a black woman that is talking about like, yo, I deserve more money to get paid for, what it is that I'm doing. Again, that's crazy to me. That's 1,000% crazy to me, like I said before. But I gotta also point this out. The reason why Vlad feels so comfortable in being able to speak is because he built everything that he has off of the culture of black people. Vlad didn't start like, oh yeah, I'm doing country. I'm doing some folk music. I'm doing this on NASCAR. I'm doing this with whatever European. He's not doing that. He built his whole platform, all of the mega millions that Vlad has, all of his houses, his glasses, everything he has. It was built off of the culture of black people. And why is that possible? Because black people allowed it. So because black people allowed it, that allowed an opening for Vlad to come out here and critique and say the things that he wants to state about Taraji P. Henson, even though this is not his community, even though this is not his people, even though this has zero to actually do with him. Remember, Vlad is just a blogger. Taraji is an actress in Hollywood. There's two different things here. But yet he decides that he has the ability to speak out and say this. Now, this is the one thing that I'll sit up there and state as a black guy, because I've learned before that, as a black man, I really shouldn't have an opinion and speak on what it is that's going on with black women. I need to know where all of the divestors are. Because Taraji, who was a black woman, who was out here fighting for her life, she's only requesting that she gets paid what it is that she's worth. She's only asking and requesting that she gets paid the same thing as her Caucasian counterparts. But like I said, the moment in time that you got black people that want to get the money that they are owed, you got people that like Vlad, that want to show up and basically say, oh no, you don't deserve this. Stop complaining. You got this amount of money. Why are you sitting up there in people's pockets? Taraji ain't even your woman. Y'all ain't even never dated. So why are you sitting up there speaking? Isn't there some European women that you could be sitting up there speaking on? What's that one girl that sat up there and lost to Serena? There's a lot of European women that sat up there and lost to Serena in tennis. Shouldn't you be pocket watching them? But no, you don't want to sit up there and do that because that's not going to generate views and it's not going to sit up there and make you any type of money. Again, all I'm sitting up there stating is this: where are the divestors at to roll up and start defending Taraji? Because again, remember, it's supposed to be a sisterhood. Black women for black women, right? Black girl magic, right? So where are the divestors to sit up there and defend Taraji from their preference? That's all I'm asking. A very simple and nice question. Because like I said before, now Let a Black Man has set up there and said what it is that Vlad said. I promise you, he'll be dragged, he'll get doxxed. People will be trying to smear his name and say all of these things, and then they'll use that one black man to try to generalize black men in the black community in general. But yet, when somebody like Vlad does it, silence. I need those divestors to roll up the same way that they want to roll up and start talking negatively about black men. I need them to roll up on this, but they won't. They won't make videos. They won't say nothing. They'll just sit back in silence. And they'll continuously allow women like Taraji to be treated like this in social media by somebody like Vlad. Like I said, that's crazy to me. Crazy. Crazy. So speaking of which, going the divestor route, right? Let me highlight this video, right? So again, another video by Black, right? Stated 2 comments stood out, both men. Quote, together, that's 420K. What's the problem? Another quote, a black woman would never go for this if he was black. She knows the assumptions. The assumption is he makes more, right? So you saw what it is that was stated. Now let's get into this complete topic so you can see the nonsense.
From an income perspective, I think we have a pretty big gap.
And so then what's your salary versus what's your salary, Bailey?
So I'm making between like 300 to 350 a year.
Good girl. That's what we like to hear. Sorry, no offense.
Yeah. And I'm making 70 a year, but
now remember, let's go back there. Let me just highlight this for some people, right? She makes anywhere between 300 to 350K a year, right? Now, remember what I've shown y'all on social media from women, the modern woman directly out here. They're like, oh, I can't sit up there and date a guy that's not making $1 million a month or 350K a month. I can't date a guy that don't have like nice cars that can afford to take trip. I can't date a guy that can't afford to vacation anytime I want a vacation. I can't date a guy that's not making this insurmountable amount of money that I've never seen before, right? And then you also got women out here stating that they are the leaders, that they are the breadwinners, right? And that guys should not be intimidated by a woman with money, right? But she makes 300 to 350K a year. And this guy makes 70K a year, but also notice what the guy looks like. Pay very close to maybe people are not getting what it is that I'm saying. Let's look at her. We obviously know that's a black woman, right? And you see how nice, you see how composed she is. You see how there's not a type of attitude. You see how her voice is just completely just docile. There's no aggression there. Notice how that works. And she's making the most money over her significant other, right? Because he makes 70K a year, right? Starting up a business. But let's continue.
Making 70 a year, but there will be bonuses and, returns, but like the business hasn't been lucrative yet. We just opened them.
And I think I pressure him a lot to be like, all right, like, what's the plan? Like, share that with me so that like we can work towards whatever you want to be making.
Yeah, and I think that as a woman, it is hard to sort of grapple with paying more in the relationship.
The opposite of like every rap song.
Every rap song, 100%. How often do you meet a partner who makes exactly the same amount as you? That's crazy. And I think that partnership is never going to be 50-50.
So you heard that woman, right? Partnership is never going to be 50-50 because how often do you sit up there and find somebody that makes the exact same as you? The black woman stated that she makes 300 to 350K a year. Like I said, kudos to her. That's great. You done chased the bag and you done got what it is that you wanted, right? But as most women will sit up there and say, I would never date down. I don't do struggle love. Stop giving black women this struggle narrative. So how is it possible that it's a struggle narrative when it's dealing with a black man? But now that she has this guy who, you know, his English is not really that great. He's making $70K a year plus some bonuses. You're not really screaming and crying, and you're not trying to really throw him out or get rid of him. But I want to reiterate something else as well. She sat up there and said that she's pressuring him, right? And he stated that, hey, you know, my business is not, you know, really that lucrative yet because it just opened, right? And she was like, hey, you know, I'm trying to pressure him and I want to know what's the plan. Share that with me so we can work towards whatever you want to be making. Notice those words, whatever you want to be making. She's not stating that we can work together on this so that you're making the same exact money as me. She said, whatever you want to be making. So not only is he making less than her, she's like, okay, let me know what the plan is so you can start making whatever the money is that you want to be making. Look at how that works. Look at how that works. Crazy, ain't it? But if you go online, I'm going to make sure to keep this video because this is probably going to be a staple whenever I start seeing a lot of those tweets, those other videos out there where I see women talking about struggle love. And this is why I keep reiterating. It's only considered a struggle love or a struggle love story when it deals with a black man. When the narrative is with any other man that's not black and he's making less than that black woman, oh, it's not struggle. That's a partnership. Y'all working towards a bigger and a better goal. Y'all going to sit up there and grow together. Y'all working to establish something. See how the narrative switches? Notice how the narrative switches, right? It's crazy. And then the lady here wanted to say that it's hard for a woman to, you know, be the one that is, you know, pretty much paying for everything or more than the other person in the relationship. And I'm like, how does that work? Do you see men who are rich complaining about paying all of this amount of money because the woman can't afford it? No, they're just doing it because they got it. And this is what I keep telling people, irregardless on whatever women state about being a leader, having all of this money and yada, 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 it's a false narrative. Because if push came to shove, a woman still wants a guy. She don't want a guy that's on the same level. She wants a guy that's making more. So if a woman is making billion, you better be making 2 to 3 billion. If you're making, if she's making 100K a year, you better be making 2 to 300K a year. Like I said, that's the way that the dynamic always basically works. Always works. And when you have women that actually have the money to facilitate, you know, the buying power of everything, now magically it's a struggle. She's making 300 to 350K a year. Where is she struggling? The only way she's struggling is if she is poor at money management and that she don't know how to, you know, properly manage her assets. If she's just, you know, doing ridiculous expenditures. Other than that, I don't understand how she making 300 to 350K a year is struggling. That's dumb money. And then on top of that, like what was stated in the post, together, that's 420K. You're almost close to making $500,000 a year with both incomes. Let him increase that just a little bit. That's $500,000. So again, to say that she's struggling, I'm fighting to see where the logic is in it. I'm fighting to see that narrative because it doesn't exist for me. If you're a woman that's making all of this money, how are you struggling? How is that trouble? Like you don't know how to manage your money correctly? Do you need somebody else to manage your finances? What's going on? Like I said, the woman, she's dressing nice. Like her clothes look nice. I'm pretty sure that those clothes probably cost some money. I'm pretty sure. Like if you go and listen to to some women online, they'll sit up there and tell you how much it costs for them to take care of themselves. They're talking about hair, they're talking about nails, they're talking about makeup, they're talking about fashion, they're talking about, you know, skincare and all of these regimens per month. Talking about like thousands of dollars directly out the door that they spend on all of these things. So again, if we're talking about women struggling with the money that they have, that's because your priorities are messed up. You're putting money in whole other types of places that don't need to be placed. It's like, yeah, people understand, like, yeah, you want to look a certain type of way. It don't cost $4,000 to sit up there and look good every single month. It don't cost that. Realistically, it doesn't. And this is when men sit up there and try to tell a lot of women, it's like, yo, if you cut back on the spending and you start throwing that money up, you'll basically see what you're spending per year and what you can basically have. Like, I'm telling you, let women go through and add up their expenditures, show what's a necessity and what is a want, right? Separate the necessities, separate the wants. And then when you look at that want list, look at the hundreds of thousands of dollars that are going directly out the door. And then have those women basically save that money and put that into a savings account. Don't even look at it. Just have it siphon off during the month or however you sit up there and get paid. Have it siphon off into a savings account and just do that for a year. Don't even keep track of it. And then at the end of when the new year starts, look at how many thousands of dollars are basically sitting there that you wouldn't naturally have if you decided to do the things that you normally do with those wants. Like I said before, a lot of women could actually be way more richer than what they already are if they would actually cut back on a lot of the spending. If they would be a lot more frugal with their spending, you would have a lot more women out here that are actually millionaires or on their way to being a millionaire. Like I said, it's crazy out here. It is completely crazy out here. Like I said, to sit up there and hear a woman bring forth a narrative trying to say that this woman is grappling, paying for stuff in a relationship is completely crazy to me.
But there will be bonuses and
It's crazy.
Returns, but like the business hasn't been lucrative yet. We just opened them.
And I think I pressure him a lot to be like, all right, like, what's the plan? Like, share that with me so that like we can work towards whatever you want to be making.
Yeah, and I think that as a woman, it is hard to sort of grapple with paying more in the relationship.
The opposite of like every rap song.
Let me just go back, because she had the nerve to literally, when the woman said that it's hard for women to be at a place in a relationship where they're just paying for the most, she got the nerve to be shaking her head. You make 300 to 350. Where are you struggling? Like, you might need an accountant. You might want to take some financial classes. Because like I said before, you shouldn't be shaking your head on nothing. I've never seen a dude who has ridiculous money that's like raking in millions. I've never seen a dude sitting up and saying like, yeah, I'm struggling paying these bills. It's real tough to do this. Nah, they just do it. And if they don't got the money to facilitate that, one or two things. They either drop the woman or they decide to come up with something to bring in some extra money. And then on top of that, those same guys that got all of that money, they will facilitate any means that woman needs. Like, oh, you want to sit up there and go back? You want to be a nurse? No problem. I got you. Let me sit up there and pay for your schooling. You want to sit up there and get your CDL? No problem. Let me sit up there and pay for that. You want to open up your business, be an entrepreneur? No problem. Let's sit up there and do that. You want to open up a restaurant? No problem. Let's sit up. That's what men do. Like I said, those who actually got the money, they're just going to do it. They ain't sitting up there complaining because they want to see the other person happy. This woman is complaining. She's complaining. She's not doing it because she don't want to mess it up, because again, this is her preference. This is who she chose. This is who she want to be with. And again, other women online will sit up there and say, oh, black women ain't about to sit up there and do the struggle of. Stop giving us that narrative. Stop trying to sell us that story. We're trying to be successful. We want to be with men that's going to sit up there and be successful with us. If we're making $100 million, we want a guy that's going to be making $100 million. Stop telling us to date down. But is she not dating down? I'm just a little bit confused. Maybe I'm blind. I do wear glasses, but maybe I'm blind. Maybe I misinterpreted. Maybe I'm not hearing things correctly. But is she not basically dating down? You make 300 to 350K a year, but yet the guy that you with, the guy that you chose, is making 70K with some bonuses. All right. Yep. There we are. There we are. Like I said, you can't make this stuff up, man. It's crazy. It is completely crazy directly out here when you hear what it is that people state. Completely nonsensical, and it is completely crazy. Completely. Skylar Unity, what is up? What is up? Much love, respect, and appreciation. Timothy said, keep that same energy. Also said, enough is enough with a black man. Jacob said, vanity and bad habits cost. That's facts. That is facts, and that's technically what I was in a sense hinting towards, because it's ridiculous. Like it is 100% ridiculous how that tends to work out. Like it really is. Really is. Trying to see something real quick here. If I might have a few other videos. Let me see. Yeah, I highlight. Now let me tell you the disrespect directly out here, right? So this is a video of Rick Ross, right? He just got up on stage, right? I'm not sure what venue he's at. He just got on stage, right? So he got his money in hand, and then you randomly got a dude that wanted to like throw some money. I don't care if you're drunk or whatever it is. You don't sit up there and throw money, quote unquote, in a dude's face or quote unquote trying to make it rain. That's disrespectful. You don't sit up there and do that, right? So we saw the disrespect that Rick Ross got. Rick Ross turned around. He was like, hold on, I got this. Let me just take this out real quick. Bow! Slapped him in the face with that. Like I said, that dude was trying to be disrespectful to Rick Ross, who was a black man, millionaire, multi-millionaire. Ross was like, oh, you think you got some money? Bow! Blessings from God. That's what that man got. That's exactly what he got. Like I said before, that's ridiculous. That is 100% ridiculous. Bow! Like I said, the dude really thought he was doing something like, yeah, let me just act silly. Yeah, Ross threw money. It's like, no, he was being disrespectful. Again, men don't do this. Men do not sit up there and try to make it rain and throw money in another dude's face. That's disrespectful. Like I said, there's certain etiquette that needs to be done. Certain etiquette. Like I said, some stuff you just don't do. Certain stuff you just don't do. And for the most part, the restraint because usually let this have been like 50 or somebody else, they would have straight stole directly on that guy. They would have hit him directly in his face. It would have been over. He would have been asleep. It would have been done. Like I said, Rick Ross was like, man, I got too much money. No problem. Let me sit up there, these stacks I got. Let me just give you something real quick. Blessings from God. That's what he did. Like I said, that dude should have picked up that money, because I don't know if those might have been all ones or if those were like some 20s. You might as well pick up your money and that money and leave that club and go directly to your bank. You might as well just sit up there and do that. Like I said, it's a lot of nonsense. It's a lot of nonsense directly out here, people. A lot of nonsense. But how's everybody doing? How's everything going? Jacob said he could have caught one for sure. Got his pockets ran. Yeah. Like I said, I might have disagreements with people, but I wouldn't sit up there and decide to disrespect another man in that type of way. We can have disagreements or whatnot, but I'm not about to sit up there and do that. Here we go with somebody complaining. You got Rick Ross. Yeah, I don't know what that woman doing. She doing some crazy stuff. She just got online on social media and started throwing shots. Oh Lord, let me see. Rick Ross's baby mother spilling all the beans. I'm also it's what's going on anyway. Let's just look directly at this, see what's going on. See what's happening directly out here.
Yo, you finna be 49 or 48 in a few days. Dusty. And you on diabetes medicine because I found it in the back refrigerator. I want to know what's going on with you. Why you going to see a urologist on Thursday, Tuesday? Is you getting ding-dings, extensions, or some balls crowded up? Prostate. I Googled that man in Coral Gables. I'm sending TMZ right now. Or send me a check. Lil Will, tell your daddy send me a check. I'm going to send TMZ to his doctor. I want to see what his dick getting done to him. Since he forced me to ride it, I ain't going to sue you, though. Them other hoes could do it. Play with your mama, who ill. Your mama just got breast cancer surgery on her breast, December 19th. That's why she was down here on them Christmas pictures, getting high heels from strangers. Your mama should have been getting bedroom shoes and cashmere blankets. And lemons and tea.
So let's just go back to that real quick. So supposedly this is Rick Ross's baby mother. I'm not sure of the age of this woman, but I can see some tattoos. So I can see hood when I see it. The mouth that this woman got at her age is crazy. It used to be a point in time where you wouldn't find women of that age talking like that. They would actually talk like they got some sense. They wouldn't talk like they were just like off the street. And the fact that she decided to make accusations and she wanted to state that Rick Ross forcefully had his way with her, that sounds crazy. And then you're like, oh, but I'm going to sit up there and tell that you basically did this, but I ain't going to take you to court or nothing for it. I'll let the other woman do it. Huh? Now let me make this very clear now, and I want to reiterate this for a lot of people, and I've stated this before. And this, and I'm not saying that Rick Ross did any of this. These are just accusations. I'm just using this as an example for what it is that I'm about to say. It's amazing to me that women will make a statement and supposedly know certain things, but they'll never do anything. And then they'll know these things and they'll allow these things to basically keep happening to other people after it's already happened to them. See how that works? But yet there's supposed to be a sisterhood out here. Women are supposed to be feminists. They're supposed to care about other women directly out here. And I sit up there and keep telling y'all, it's a whole facade. This woman sat up there and just showed you. She was like, yo, I know something. And this did happen to me, but I ain't going to sit up there and pursue it. I'm going to get online and start running my mouth and acting all, nasty and saying all these other types of, trifling things that I shouldn't be saying. Like I said, I told y'all before, it's crazy to me how women can get online and start making accusations and not have no type of proof. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. And like I told y'all in several live streams before, this is why I cannot go out on a limb and just solely just believe a woman when she says something, because you got women like this directly out there. You literally just, let me go back. Just in case people think like, oh, you're just doing this because you hate black women. Like I said, what was that comment? Let me go back to that comment real quick. Go the comments that y'all see directly in front of y'all, directly off of one of the videos on my YouTube channel, right? The lady named N Gina James 4190. The last part that she said, stop the division and your hatred for black women, right? Hatred for black women, right? No problem. So let's just go back and listen to what this woman said again.
Going on with you? Why you going to see a urologist on Thursday, Tuesday? Is you getting ding-dings, extensions, or some balls crowded up? Prostate. I Googled that man in Coral Gables. I'm sending TMZ right now. Or send me a check. Lil Will, tell your daddy send me a check. I'm going to send TMZ to his doctor. I want to see what his dick getting done to him. Since he forced me to ride it, I ain't going to sue you, though. Them other hoes could do it.
So again, this has nothing to do with any type of hatred towards black women. That is a black woman that basically made accusations against a famous black man, though. That is the mother of one or two of his children. And she decided to say this So, like I said, people will decide to believe what it is that they want to believe, and they opt not to pay attention to the information that is specifically being given or the things that are specifically being stated. Like I said, that's crazy to me. Again, the accusations that can be stated against a man, especially a black man with money, is crazy. And you will have people run with this narrative because she's quote unquote the baby mother of his child, that everything that she is saying is 100% true and facts when nobody has any type of evidence at all. Like I said, it'll take a minute, but I promise you, some blog sites or somebody out there, maybe the Shade Room, they'll start running with this and they'll start putting the story directly out there, and you'll start seeing her make her runs through TMZ, Shade Room, and all these other type of places. I promise you, it's going to happen sooner or later. It's going to sit up there and happen. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. So let me just scroll over real quick. Go back through the what's the names there? Because I got to get the video. Oh, that's why he was out there celebrating. He got the keys to what's the name? He got the keys to like Miami. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Matter of fact, let me highlight this because I like Shez and her post. This is a woman that I highlighted before. She stated that black women have an advantage over any other race of women when it comes to attracting black men. Don't let anyone lie to you about colorism. Black hair, a gym membership, and cooking skills go a long way these days. And that's facts. That is complete facts. And this is when I was stating before for the previous video when I was talking about the Asian woman being able to cook. That's what I was mentioning before. I'm like, how are you sitting up there saying or trying to make it or posture it as if this woman is competition for you? How? If you are actually attracted to the men of your community, there is no competition. You're going to be able to get the men that you feel that you should be able to get. But like I said before, you have a lot of women directly out here who are not really about that life. They like to speak. They like to sit up there and talk. But when it comes down to it, you got a lot of women that say that they want a guy. They're not about to sit up there and do this. You got a lot of women that say that they want a guy, but they're not about to do this. And like I said, this is coming from a woman. This is a black woman who has a page directly on Twitter, and she also has a YouTube as well, where she talks about all of these issues. Like I said, much love, respect, and appreciation to the black women out here who have created platforms, have platforms, and they use those platforms to speak against the narrative that has been present for oh so long. Like I said, and she is one of those women. Like I said, I've showcased her on quite a few live streams and talked about this. What was it? Yo, PA, what is up? Let me see. Jacob said he could have. Oh, okay. Hack said, doing good, eating Honey Nut Cheerios, very based. Oh, yeah, I remember Honey Nut Cheerios. Yeah. I remember those. Hack said, women need to stop airing out dirty laundry. Yeah. But like I said, it's for content. It's to get famous. Nobody knows, who Rick Ross's baby mom is at all. The only reason that she's even relevant is because she can associate herself in the same name as Rick Ross. That's it. Other than that, she will be just a ordinary, basic old woman directly out here. That'll be it. Like I said, and people got to realize that a lot of these women that's out here talking, they can only talk because of the association that they have within proximity to the guy who has the power, who has the money, who has the celebrity, who has the light. And like I said, you got a lot of women out here that are fiends when it deals with this fame, celebrity, and fortune. And they're willing to go out there and get it any which way, even if that means ruining their respect, their credibility. They're willing to give all of that up just for some money so they can start getting some fashion. They can start living large and all these other things. But like I said, it gets tired because what you going to be doing for the next 30 years? The same thing? You're going to be poof in and out of social media you know, you're going to be gone when you got money, then you're going to come back when you need some more money just to, you know, say a little bit more. Like I said before, it's crazy. It's 100% crazy. Like I said, this is what money does. Because let Rick Ross had just been an ordinary dude working an ordinary job. Do you think that this woman would have got on social media talking about any of this? Nah, she wouldn't have. Because wouldn't nobody care? Because nobody would know who the father of your child is. You would just be looking like a bitter Betsy. That's it. Well, like I said, now she's a bitter Betsy that's associated with a celebrity. So it carries a little bit more something. Like I said, a lot of these women out here, they can't really make a name for themselves. So they have to connect themselves to a male celebrity in order to be relevant. That's the whole reason that you got a lot of women chasing after male celebrities. They're not chasing after other women to be friends with them and to associate. No, they're chasing the guys because it's easier. It's less work. It's less due diligence. Right? All they got to do is just sit up there and look pretty and whatnot or whatever and lay down a few times. That's it. Now they're relevant. They don't got the dude's last name. They might not even have kids by him, but because they're associated and they're sleeping with that celebrity, now they're automatically given the title of a celebrity. So back to the whole thing where a lot of people were sitting up there saying that queens make kings and women give men these titles. When I look at celebrities, I see a lot of dudes making irrelevant women relevant. So you got a king making other women some type of relevant queens. That's all I'm saying. Skylar Unity said, "Can I ask a question? What is this platform about?" Well, we got quite a few things that we talk about here. We have things that deal specifically with the Black community. We have things that deal with government, other countries, problems that specifically deal with society, things going on or that need to be talked about when it deals with mainstream media and also social media as well. And certain extents, I might even sit up there and bring up and talk about video games. So there's actually quite a bit of topics that I have covered and gone directly over, such as FBI stats, government stats, numbers dealing with the amount of money that the United States has given over to other countries with wars, even though the United States says that we are clear cut in a deficit by in between 33 to 35 trillion dollars, but we can seemingly still give money over to other countries, but not any to the people in America. Completely crazy. Like I said, it wasn't that long ago that the stimulus checks were ended, but yet we are seemingly giving large stimulus checks to other countries. But yet we got a country that has third world problems when it deals with water, where we got people in certain states getting Legionnaire's disease from water, skin rashes, hair falling out, organs shutting down, people being poisoned. And then on top of that, they still have to pay a water bill for poison water, for water that's killing them. Right? Just like the video I showed in a previous live stream, you got a brother in Mississippi that is showing dark brown water that is coming directly out of his faucets, but yet he still has to pay a water bill. So, I talk about stuff like that. And I even talk about generalized topics. And we also have about 3 platforms. So you got Sejihito, you got Sejihito the Second Coming, and then you also got the Seji Zone. All 3 platforms have videos, a variety of your choosing, of your picking, of whatever you decide that you want to go directly for, because a lot of people tend to pick and choose the content that they want to watch. So, there's content directly up there. At least on the Sejihito the Second Coming, there still should be about 2.2K videos up there that I've done over the years. So, if you need any ways to figure out the type of content, there's 2.2K videos on one platform that you can, go look directly at. And you can also look at the live streams that I've done on that platform over the years as well. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that is a good enough, explanation. I can't get my words straight right now. It's crazy. Let me see, what else do we got here? Let me finish looking through Twitter. Let me get out the Rick Ross section at this moment in time. Also, I wanted to note that I just recently found out that I think Trump won Iowa. If I'm stating that correctly, let me just see something real quick. Let me see, because it should be posted. Yeah, the Iowa results. They said after winning the Iowa caucus last night, Donald Trump now attends the trial for E. Jean Carroll's defamation case in New York. So, and people are also stating Greg Abbott. Is that actual Greg Abbott? It is. Greg Abbott has stated that Donald Trump wins Iowa by a bigger percentage than any Republican ever. So matter of fact, let me just highlight this. Because I really ain't sit up there and talk politics in a sense. Look at this. Greg Abbott, Texas. Trump wins Iowa by the biggest percentage than any other Republican ever. It's over, right? So just think about the reason why it is that you have a lot of these states talking about, oh, we're not going to have Trump on the ballots. Again, they're doing this because they know that there is a great enough chance that he's going to sit up there and win, even without him going through all the troubles that he's been going through, all of the things that's been said on social media and mainstream and all of these things, right? All of this negative news. He can still sit up there and go to states, and he can sit up there and beat everybody out. Somebody has to explain that to me. Somebody has to explain that to me. Again, I'm about competition. I'm about it being completely equal, completely even. The moment in time that you got government stepping in and be like, we're going to take this person directly off the ballot, I'm not with that. And like I said, I'm going to reiterate again, I don't have any type of dog directly in this race, but I can see some unfairness when I see it. I don't like stuff like that. That's ridiculous. That shows fear. Because if the United States is a part of the land of the free, then you would allow Trump to evenly compete. Now, again, when you see the people that you're going to vote for that, I'm sorry. Let me just reiterate. When it deals with the presidency, you don't actually have a vote. You don't actually have a say. It deals more so with the popular vote. I'm sorry, not the popular vote. It has to deal with the electoral colleges. Because we saw in previous elections before where you had certain candidates, they won the popular vote, which is the vote of the people. But then they were like, no, the electoral colleges, they're the ones that actually make the real decision. When Biden got into office and people were mad about, everything going on with the election, the electoral colleges were like, enough is enough. Biden won. We said it. That's it. And notice how all of that anger and frustration disappeared. That shows you who are the people that actually got the power. The electoral colleges are the only and the real ones that actually do the voting. We don't. It's a facade. It's a sham. It's a fake. And it's always been that way. Because we're given the illusion as if we actually have a choice when we don't. Like think about your cell phones, right? You're given the illusion that you have cell phone companies and carriers that care about you. But at the end of the day, they all are part of the exact same book. They all do the exact same thing, which is what? Go over your privacy. They sell your information, sell your data. They give your stuff over to third parties, which is every single app that you decide to download that you think is just for fun or it's a game. Every single app says that, hey, we need access to your phone. We need access to your text messages. We need access to your phone book. We need access to your browsing history. If I'm just downloading a game, why would you need all that access? That's a little bit too much. That's a little bit crazy to me. But that's because they're watching you. And this is how they watch you and monitor every single thing that it is that you do. So again, you're not living in the land of the free. You have a belief that you're free, but realistically you're not, because you're always being watched no matter what you decide to do. So again, I'm all for competition. Whether if somebody's going to win or if it's competition, that just means you got to pick yourself up and you got to do better. That's it. Train harder next time. So again, I'm telling people, pay attention. This was a sitting president at one point in time who was banned off of all of social media. You saw everybody in cahoots literally state that, hey, we're going to get all of his material off of here. We're going to ban him specifically off of here. Anybody talking about him, you're probably going to have problems with us as well. All of these platforms and also some companies got together, boardroom meeting, and they were like, yeah, we're all going to, in general consensus, we're all going to get together to basically just ban this dude, right? Okay, yep, break. That was it. And you saw it. These are the same people that came together that sat up there and told the whole world that Dave Chappelle was a crackhead and he went crazy and he went to Africa to go smoke crack. The same people. And nobody realized what's going on. It's crazy out here. Like I said, again, I don't have a dog in this race. I don't. I do not have a dog in this race at all. But somebody has to call out the fact that you got some shady stuff going on here. You got people trying to make sure that he is not on certain ballots. Again, he's not going to be running commercials, more than likely. Everybody else is going to be putting like millions of dollars and all this other type of stuff. They're probably running some commercials right now talking about vote for me and all this other type of stuff. He ain't been running no type of commercials. He's just been going out there talking to people. And that's the thing that's going to win people over. All of these other political people that want to run for president, they're not literally, they ain't been doing this for 4 years. They have not been going state to state and continuously talking to people, meeting with them, going to the firefighters, going to the military, talking to the police, talking to the poor folks. They ain't doing this. He's going to sit up here and more than likely win because he's dealing with the common folk. He's able to just speak to them. And they're like, you know what? You might be rich. You might have all of this money. You might have more than us. You might be a part of the other class that we don't like. But we respect and thank the fact that you came down off of your throne to come see and talk to us. Like I said, that's all it takes. And he's been doing this for years. And you expect for all of these other candidates out here that ain't shit for shit to be able to just beat that? Oh, man. It's crazy. Like I said, sometimes people just believe anything. If you literally believe that your presidential candidate is going to roll through and do bigger numbers than him, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, he's doing the hard work already. And he's been doing that hard work while everybody else been living in lavish mansions, been taking vacations, trips, kids going to private schools. They're buying like the hottest and the brand new cars and all of these other types of things. But, you know, like I said, it is what it is. You know, people are, they're going to believe what it is that they want to believe. You know? It is what it is. It is what it is. Skylar Unity said, thank you. Appreciate that. I appreciate you. I used to listen to one of your platforms. I recognize the name that you just mentioned. Hey, that's dope. That is dope. That is dope. All right. Like I said, hey, even if people don't like me, hopefully, you know, some of the platforms that I just so happen to show off that are, you know, speaking against certain narratives, hey, people decide to go subscribe to those people. They will go decide to follow those people. Hey, it is what it is. Like I said before, like I showed y'all in one of the previous videos. Let me go back and highlight that. Like I just showed y'all here, the video that I did about this Asian woman and highlighting the comments in real time, right? I had about 9 to 10 people that sat up there and unsubscribed because of that video. And in that video, I'm like, I didn't say anything wrong. I didn't say anything hate-filled. I didn't try to badger nobody. I didn't try to do nothing wrong. But again, it just further proves that when you happen to bring forth evidence, when you happen to bring forth facts, and you're speaking from a logical standpoint, you're going to have a lot of people that's not going to, you know, like you. They're not going to jive with your content. Like I said, it is what it is. So again, shout out to those 9 people that unsubscribe to the platform. Make sure that you unblock me. Anybody else that don't like my content, make sure you unblock me and do the exact same thing as well. It is what it is. Like I said, you know, people got to, you know, keep moving on and doing what it is that they do. So we're going to go back to Black real quick on Twitter, and we're going to look at this video, right? So the comment is, the first comment I see, male, Quote, personally, I'm glad y'all found a quicker way to say that you get ran through by a roster and none of them take you seriously. So let's see what this is, right?
I'm solo poly. Of course I live alone. I'm solo poly. Of course I put myself first. I'm solo poly. Of course I am my own primary partner. I'm solo poly. Of course I live alone.
So if people might not know who this woman is, this is a woman that was on social media stating that she lives in a poly relationship. And it's I don't even think it's too far-fetched. The graph that she gave showed about 20 different people. And I'm like, wow. Wow. Like I said, the stuff that I'm seeing online, I've never seen this before ever in my life. And it's like, yeah, you're dealing with 20 people. There's no consistency anywhere. The only consistency is the non-consistency, because all of those other people that she is having relations with, and she did state that she does go get checkups, and her other partners, which are specifically in other spheres, they go get checkups and they have conversations and talks, and they have a monthly schedule of who got what and what are people going to. That's just way too much. That is way too much. But like I said, I guess some people can deal with it, some people can balance it. I'm just simply saying certain information don't need to be out there, because I don't want girls of the younger generation thinking that this is the thing to sit up there and do. That, yeah, I'm going to be in a relationship with 20 different people, and none of these people are actually really in a relationship with me. Like I said, ain't none of these dudes that she's dealing with, ain't none of them married to her. None of them. You don't see like 15 rings on her finger or nothing like that. Like I said before, there is no consistency. And again, I also want to state that just because you got a ring doesn't mean that a person is, actually married, because you got people who are married who do whatever it is that they want to do. So it's, marriage is whatever people feel that it is. All I'm stating is that there is no type of physical sight of a consistent relationship. And the main thing that people have strived for eons is to have a consistent and a functional relationship with another person. But now we got media out here where you got women telling other women, like, hey, look, I'm popping out here. I got 20 different guys that are not, really in a sense consistent when it deals with a relationship, or in a sense with love. I take what it is that I want, and I'm completely fine with it. Like I said before, all media is not good media. People got to realize that you might have some type of psyops and different things out here that will be pushed in order to further divide and split apart what will be considered a nuclear family, or a normalized relationship where you got a man and a woman. Right? Like I said, there's a lot of information that I've been noticing over the years that's been heavily pushed towards women. And I don't really think that women have actually noticed. I don't think women have actually put on their glasses to actually dissect and to go through all of the material that they are actually being fed. You got a lot of women that's going to believe her and believe the hype because she is a black woman saying this. And like I said, again, it's crazy. That just should not be a thing that should, ever take place. And again, it is highly dangerous. It's already dangerous enough just being one person dealing with another person. It's even more dangerous when you put even more than that directly on the plate. One of these videos I had to make sure that I can't sit up there and show off. Wait. Boston Richie is facing backlash for allegedly dating an underage girl who recently turned 18 this year. Wait. Boston Richie is 26 years old. That girl literally just turned 18, and he's been messing with her way before she even turned legal. So yes. All right, so let me just hold on. like I said, I'm just gonna sit up there and I'm not gonna click on like the full what's the name because there's some other images associated with the tweet. But this is the tweet that you see on Say Cheese. I guess this is a rapper or whatnot. I'm looking at the jewelry, so it has to be a rapper. So supposedly, allegedly, the woman that is here just freshly turned 18, and he's allegedly, as they're stating here, again, allegedly, they said Boston Richie is 26 years old. That girl literally just turned 18, and he's been messing with her way before she even turned legal. So yes, he's that, and she's literally nearly a decade younger than him. Let me just reiterate some stuff again. I've never condoned any type of actions of this measure at all. If these allegations are true, again, not condoning any of this. I'm going to sit up there and simply state this. At no point in time should anybody be so slow to think that young girls out here don't specifically venture after or try to seek the attention or whatnot of older men. Because even growing up, this is what I've noticed. Like I said before, I've seen girls that were my age back when I was in high school, sophomore year, and they would, try to wear certain types of clothes for a substitute teacher that we had that was a player for the Rams. And they would hike up their skirts, dress all nice, drop pencils. They would do a variety of things in order to get his attention. And some of these girls, they were smart girls. They didn't need help with none of the work, but magically they became stupid overnight when this dude is the substitute teacher. And I'm like, this is why I can't always, in a sense, be with certain narratives. Yes, you do have certain people you do have certain adults that will go specifically out and go out for minors. Yes, you do. I've covered those stories before, but I also want to reiterate, you also do have minors that will specifically go directly after adults as well. Like I said, people need to sit up there and start calling that stuff out. Go back to the days where you had a lot of young girls talking about, oh yeah, I had a fake ID. That's how we got into this party. That's how we got into this club. That's how we started drinking. You got a lot of girls out here talking about they've been drinking ever since what? They were 15, 16, 17, not even 21. They were drinking at teenagers, going to clubs. How they get into clubs? Fake IDs. There was a story not too long ago that I remember covering where it dealt in Detroit, where it was a strip club that got shut down. And it got shut down because a young girl, high school age, she was going to the club and she was a stripper. So again, you got a lot of these little girls out here doing the stuff that they want to do. She would sneak out the house at night and she would go to the club and be working and dancing. So like I said, if you don't know nothing about that story, I might go back and put that story back up here. But like I said, it's crazy stuff directly out here. And this is why I keep reiterating that mothers need to be in their daughters' lives. Don't be their best friends. Be in your daughter's life. Make sure that, she understands her worth and different stuff of that nature. If not, stuff like this can easily take place, allegedly. And I'm just going to reiterate, allegedly. Right? Like I said, stuff is crazy out here. Stuff is real crazy out here. Oh, we about to let this woman cook real quick. Hold on. Let me look at this video. Hold on. We about to let her cook. It says, this woman said, she says the new generation of women ain't looking for a partnership. They're looking for sponsorship. Oh, that's a good one. I gotta steal that one. Hold on.
Let me get this straight. A man can't text you guys, what are you doing? Because you got $2,000-$3,000 worth of monthly bills. I don't think you're really out here looking for like a real man, like an alpha man, a king, somebody who can teach you, guide you, lead you, somebody that you can actually build a foundation with, get some genuine chemistry going. Y'all not looking for that. Y'all are out here looking for somebody to help you. Y'all are out here looking for a sponsor, somebody to sponsor your lifestyle. Because I'm trying to understand, when did it become a man's responsibility to even give you anything during the dating phase? A man is not responsible for your monthly bills in the dating phase. You're not his woman. And what makes you think that a man does not have his own bills? his own responsibilities. That is why a lot of you ladies cannot enjoy the dating phase, because you are out here dating for all the wrong reasons. When you are dating somebody, it should really only be about just seeing if you and this person got a connection. Can we build together? Are we on the same page? Do we got the same beliefs, the same values? Something along those lines. But y'all get so frustrated. Well, he keep texting me what you doing, and he ain't asking me how much is my rent and my car note. That's not his problem. A real man is not getting ready to lead with his money. Only an insecure man lead with his money. There is some man that will give you money in the first couple of months, but that's a man that don't know himself. A man that knows himself, he's going to find out a turnoff that you're even asking him for money. Allow that man to give you that good gesture. A man that is genuinely interested in you, he's going to see any type of weight that he can lift off of you, so you wouldn't have to ask to begin with. But if you ladies are out here drowning in your own monthly bills like that, to the point where you frustrated and can't date somebody for the genuine reasons, then you shouldn't be dating. You need to go worry about your bills, get them situated, and then come back to the dating field, because your bills is nobody else's responsibility but your own. As long as a man is respecting you, making time for you, and he's showing you that he is consistently interested, that is all you should be asking for in the dating phase. Y'all got to stop this. Y'all begging way too much. That's dry begging. That's what that is.
Ooh, she was cooking. But let's look at one of the comments here, right? So you got this person that said rent is $740. Let me get my calculator out. That's what we about to do. Let me get her calculator. She said rent is $743, right? She said lights is $150, right? She said car note is $510. She said insurance is what? $165. Phone is $120. Cable, $90. Internet, I don't understand why you don't have both a cable and internet. Okay, obviously people like to be difficult. Internet, $60. Dental is $12.99. And you said credit cards is $1,500. What the hell is you doing? So altogether, this woman, this one woman, Queenie Q&A. So your bills in total is $3,250. Bro, what are you doing? Why are your credit cards at $1,500? What the hell is going? What is going? All right. Let me just not even think too. Let me just make my brain hurt. She said if he knows you pay this and find over to help, leave him alone, just like you pay your bills alone. Either he wasn't stronger woman or English is obviously not the first thing here. Firstly, because that's just my brain is just hurting from like two different things here. Firstly, like, some people's rent out here. First of all, this is what I want to understand. If you take out the $1,500, everything together is like $1,750, right? You take out the credit card, everything is $1,750.99. Why in the hell do you have credit cards that's at $1,500? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? You probably shouldn't have credit cards. You probably realistically should not even have credit cards, just to sit up there and be honest. Like the numbers that I made, just in case, I'm not the greatest mathematician, but the numbers are directly on the board. And if anybody wants to add these up as well, maybe I might have got the wrong numbers. Maybe I might be exaggerating here. Maybe I might have pressed a 1 and added 3 different zeros. I don't know. But for the most part, she said as a woman, her rent is $743. $743. How many people? Y'all don't gotta reveal y'all information. But how many people out here got anything close to $743 for rent? Because let me tell you, I don't. I haven't seen rent that low since I was in early high school going to Oak Park High. In my high school where I lived, my high school was literally, I could jump over the fence and directly be at my high school. When I mean low, that's the early 2000s. So to sit up here and say at this moment in time in 2024 that your rent is $743 Wow. And you're talking about that if a guy is talking to you and he realized that these are your bills, he should be willing to put in something for what? We ain't living together. Like, yo, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Why is it that if a guy is just talking to a woman, that he automatically has to start ponying up some money just to talk? Like, just say that you're a prostitute. I'm just going to be real. Like that's prostitution. Nobody's going to sit up there and sway me and tell me anything different. If in order for a guy to text message and to talk to a woman, he needs to automatically have some money or money up front or be offering money, that's prostitution. The government needs to be getting a cut. The government needs to be seeing a lot of women out here, because that's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. Conversation ain't even free no more. Automatically from this woman here, Queenie Q&A, you got to automatically have, let me go back to my numbers. You got to have 3,200 off rip in order to even conversate. And then let me reiterate the numbers that I got here, and I'm going by what she stated. This is 3,200 and a little bit more. And the fact about on trip and help her out with a car or what have you. Like, he may do some other things. So that number is even higher when you add that stuff up. Like, yo, for a lot of the young dudes out here, for a lot of the older guys, common sense and logic will reign true. They'll be like, yo, I ain't doing this. This is completely crazy. So for a lot of the younger dudes out here, if a woman tells you that you need to have money in order to speak to her, move around. Move around. Let somebody else get suckered directly into that. Do not fall directly into that trap, because just as easy as she's able to get you and your attention, I promise you, she's talking to 9 or 10 other guys telling them the same thing. So whatever this number is that she's saying that she got to pay per month, or this is a supposed woman's number per month, that's not her actual number, because she has other guys lined up that's paying and giving her money, that's giving her free food and all of this other type of stuff. Like I said, a lot of times, a lot of women out here who are out here dating consistently and several guys, they're not even paying their actual bills, because other dudes are facilitating that for them. It don't matter if it's 200 here, 300, 500, no matter what it is. They're out here doing it. Like I said, you got prostitution is afoot. Government needs to get their cut. Government needs to get their cut. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Timothy said, I missed 700 rent. Where is she at? I have not a clue. I don't know where that is. I have not a clue, because around the country, the average rent is anywhere in between 12 to about 2K. That is on average. And I did a video talking about that not too long ago. Timothy said, we only live together when we married. I got you. Skylar said, can I get an amen on that? Said, but she's also right though. Yo, C Apple, what is up? Much love, respect, and appreciation, and good afternoon at this moment in time, because it is currently 12:57 p.m. So much love, respect, and appreciation. Hopefully everybody that's listening to this live stream right now is safe and sound in their homes, or getting safe and sound to and from work. This is the thing. I will respectfully say that I will agree to disagree. Because for me, even if I'm dating somebody, usually 9 times out of 10, if people are dating, they're living separately. So if she is handling her bills on her own, that man that she is dating doesn't need to facilitate or handle realistically, Oh, matter of fact, let me take that back. You were probably talking about the woman in the video. I got you. I had to sit up there and think back real quick. Because I'm used to sit up there just, going directly off of, what it is that people state. I got you. I get what you're saying. You said get an extra job. Yeah, that's bars. But see, Skylar, this is the problem. You have a lot of women out here that feel like men should facilitate all of these things, and they don't really have to do anything or put any effort. They can just demand everything of a man. But the moment in time that a dude is like, yo, you know, I'm basically, you know, I don't even live here, but I'm giving you 12 grand for like your rent or whatever it is. Like, yo, can you cook me some food or make me a sandwich or something like that? Or can I just like stay over? They're up here like, nah, we ain't married, right? They were like, oh, I'm saving that for marriage. Like the only time I'm moving in with a man is when we're married. But I'm like, you're basically already having sex with the dude. Y'all sleeping together. Y'all this close from basically messing up in a condom breaking, and y'all got kids. So it's like, what's the holdup? Like I said, it's like it's a lot of goofy logic directly out here when it deals with, you know, what it is that some people are, you know, going out here saying. And this is a person that is obviously not even on Twitter, but wanted to try to make some type of a point. Another woman said, you need to be working on that credit card debt. He didn't rack them charges up. You did. And that's facts. Like I said, why is your credit card bill $1,500? Like, what are you like I said before? And again, what I go to it to this extent. A lot of women basically said that you need to measure a man by his finances. No problem. A lot of men out here need to start measuring a lot of women by their debt. Because I can promise you, you got a lot of women out here just like this who don't have any ounce of self-control when it deals with spending, because you have a lot of women that are in competition with other women and they buy certain things and they do certain things in order to show off to other women. Again, a guy doesn't care about a woman's money. A guy doesn't care about, you know, you spending money on all of this fashion and yada, yada, yada. A guy ain't really interested. It is. He's with you and he likes you because you're a woman. Cut, clean, plain and simple. It's that easy. Women do a lot of these things because they want to show off to other women. No woman is sitting up here like, oh, I just bought these red bottoms. They cost $1,200. They're not sitting up there showing that off to a guy because the guy's like, yo, that's stupid money. You could have invested that. You could have sat up there and put down, you know, something on a house or whatnot or whatever. You could have been like flipping homes or what is it? Renovating homes or something like that. A guy would have been like, yo, you could have used this money more logically. A lot of women don't like to sit up there and hear that. They're like, yo, I spend my money on what it is that I want to spend it on. You don't need to tell me nothing. But at the end of the day, they're the ones that end up crying, talking about, oh, I don't got no money. I don't got this. I don't got that. I need help. Well, if you would spend your money more wisely, if you would actually listen to the guy, then guess what? You would actually have more money. You would have 1 to 2 savings accounts, right? You would actually have assets where you can basically grow and store money and then sell those assets off because you invested. And now you got even more money than what you initially put directly into it. But like I said, this is the world that we live directly in. And shout out to some of the women in the Twitter conversation underneath the thread that are actually speaking logic, like this woman directly right here. Right? You need to be working on that credit card debt. He didn't rack that up, and that's fact. You got a lot of dudes out here that are being made to be responsible for other women's responsibilities, even though that man did not create said responsibilities. It's crazy. A lot of adults out here don't want to do the adulting. They want to leverage that responsibility onto somebody else. It's crazy. Then what's the use of being an adult? Just go back and live home, you know, at home with your parents. Like, it's crazy out here. It is completely crazy out here. Like I said, things need to get better. Like, it's crazy. Let me see something. Oh, let's go to another one. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're about to go there. We're about to go there today. We got another one. Like I said, this is coming from Black TZ. Much love, respect, and appreciation. So we're going to go to another one. Shout out to DJ Khaled. So let's hear this. Let's hear what this beautiful woman has to say, right? And again, the septum ring, it never fails. But let's hear it.
Some of y'all not gonna like this, but fellas, stop thinking that just because a female is finessing a nigga or getting something out of a nigga that she is a whore, a slut, a gold digger, or got a price on her head or something like that. 9 times out of 10, I ain't fuck for this. It's the idea of him fucking me that got me this. Hello? Dreams sold. Hello? How many dreams are cashed in? Not a lot, but they sold every day. Some of y'all not gonna like this.
So what she's basically stating is that as a woman, she's using the assets that she got. She's using her ability to talk, in order to mislead guys into thinking something that realistically ain't there or is never going to sit up there and happen in order to receive certain types of funds. But she's going to also try to tell you that she ain't never sat up there and did something for some money. Okay. All right. Again, I'm just like I said before, whenever it deals with a septum ring, the logic that is going to follow up with that image, it never fails. It's the same thing every time. It's nothing but ignorance. There's no type of logic in that. It's not, putting responsibility on women at all. It's like, hey, just go out there and just keep lying to dudes just so you can sit up there and get money. And like I said, that's dangerous logic because a lot of dudes out here don't like to be lied to. And some guys, when they find out that they have been lied to, there are consequences. Like I said, this is not me advocating for those consequences or saying that those are positive or that they need to be done. All I'm saying is that everybody is not the same. Some people do not take lies lightly. Some people, the same way that people are willing to war and fight over religion, you got some people that feel just like that over lies. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. See, Apple said black people stay poor trying to be rich. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's facts. Yes, indeed. And it is a shame. It is a shame. And a lot of the stuff that I'm going over, I will make some solo videos as well. They might not be taken directly from the live stream, so commentary might be just a tad bit slightly, different, but it's still going to reach, the same point. It's ridiculous. So we're going to just walk through here real quick. I would go over to the Mia Khalifa, but I don't feel like doing this. We're gonna see some stuff real quick. Did he get attacked by a giraffe? No, he didn't. Yo, what? Yo, that's crazy to me. This is what I be talking about. It be some stranger things happening with some. So let me, before I even say it, let me just let y'all watch this, right? Right. So you see people just sitting up there grooving to the music, just sitting up there dancing, right, having fun, just sitting up there partying, right? iSpeed is, I think he's probably like a millionaire or whatever. He's on Twitch, social media content, young dude, probably close to early 20s. Well, let me just go back to that, right? So the dude that's directly next to him, right? Why are you deciding to get your hand and you're patting and you're rubbing and it's still there? This is all within 2 seconds, right? For about 2 seconds. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? What's happening? Like I said, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me, man. Like I said, this is why I tell y'all got to be careful about the content that your kids take in and who they're taking in this content from, because you don't know what anybody is about. Like, stuff like that is crazy. Stuff like that is being crazy, and that's a young dude. I want to also reiterate. Let me see. Let me see if I can find his age. Let me see. Let me see. How old is iShowSpeed now? Right. He is, as of right now, he is 18 years old. Let me can I put this on screen? Matter of fact, I don't even want to put it like that. I want to put the image. Oh, I can't put it over the video either. So yeah, I'll just do it like this, right? Let me see, share screen as well. And this is other information that I didn't know as well. It said his name is Darren Jason Watkins Jr. I thought he was black. They said he is better known online as iShowSpeed, also known simply as Speed, is a Portuguese YouTuber, football athlete, hip-hop musician, occasional vlogger, and variety live streamer currently residing in Lisbon, Portugal. I did not know that he was Portuguese, but yet his name is Darren Jason Watkins Jr. Like, that is hugely confusing directly to me. But like I said, he's 18 years old, right? So then we go directly back to the clip. You're looking at this dude that's behind iSpeed, and he's just sitting up here rubbing on his butt as he's moving. Like I said, it's looking real crazy. It's looking real crazy. But like I said, this dude is 18. He's still a kid. And very easily, you know, he's in that celebrity area. He could very easily be getting tested to see how far it is that they are able to take certain things to see potentially, you know, what he may be into in order to, you know, make him jump for that money. Is Diddy. Take that. So, you know, like I said, it's completely crazy out here when it deals with a lot of these situations. Again, for a lot of parents out there where your kids are, you know, popular or they got a platform, like, yo, be a parent. Make sure you're watching after them, making sure you talk to them, you having conversations, because they're going to be around more times than not. They're going to be around more adults than they are people their own age. That's usually how this stuff tends to work. Go back and look at a lot of child celebrities. They were at celebrity parties. They're children, but they're at celebrity parties. Grown adults who are drinking wine and all of this other champagne and all this other type of stuff. So, you know, like I said before, I need a lot of parents out here to actually be parents and stop trying to be best friends with their kids. Like I said, parent up. Pull up your pants and start parenting up. Lace up your shoes. Start parenting. Be the guardian that you're supposed to sit up there and be, because I'm not trying to hear some decades later of his parents coming out and basically stating, oh, we didn't know, we're sorry, and all. I ain't trying to hear none of that, because a lot of parents do know. They sit there and they pay attention. They're there when their kids are having a a high rise to fame, a meteoric rise, you know. So, like I said, a lot of the stuff that I see, it looks like a failure of parenting. It is a straight failure on parenting. See, Apple said no man should pay for any woman if they are dating. When you live together, the bill gets split 50-50. Why am I giving you money? Men need to be able to tell what is liability and what is an asset. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. Skylar said 3K. Oh, wait, your rent is 3K? Damn. Jesus Christ. Ooh. Ooh, I'm not jealous. Let me tell you. You got big money out here. You live in large. 3K. Ooh, dear God. Dear God, the hamster fell off of the wheel. Whatever I was about to say, that hamster is gone. That hamster ran out the room when you said that. See, Apple said, if only we would all pay our money together and buy black, sell black, and make another Black Wall Street. I mean, we could, but you know, the funny part is it got destroyed one way before, and it'll probably not really get destroyed like that again. But the main people that would actually probably destroy it is black people. And that's due out of envy and jealousy of other people and other, you know, bickering and battles, you know, between family, friends, and all this other type of stuff. Not saying that it couldn't be done. It very much could. Easily. It could very easily could be done. But you got to have black people in the mentality of wanting to work with each other and see each other as another human being. That's one of the main things that, you know, that stops it. C Apple said he's been put there as a distraction for the youth. I mean, that too. But again, he's a part of that same generation. So it's like, yeah, he's a distraction, but also, he is that entryway, because there's a lot of people stated, like, you got gatekeepers, right? You got gates directly all out here. You got certain people that stand at these gates that allow certain people to go through and certain other people not to go through. So a lot of these, social media, stars, they will allow certain people to be seen, right? That's the gate being open, allowing those so few people to actually be seen. There's more than likely a lot of other content creators that they could showcase and put on that are of their same generation, that are just as talented, if not more. But again, it's all about them. It's all about that spotlight. A lot of people are not willing to actually share. A lot of people are not willing to put somebody up that can more than likely pull or do better than them. A lot of people are afraid of that because they're like, yo, if I do that, then I'm not going to sit up there and make the money and have the stuff that I already have. Your stuff is already solidified. A new person can't come through and just take all of that away from you. Like I said, it's a lot of fear and it's a lot of envy and it's a lot of jealousy. And a lot of people have a fear of the unknown. A lot of people are like, well, if I allow this person to go above me and I keep pushing them, then what does that mean for me? Like I said, fear of the unknown. And it shouldn't even be, in that same arena. It shouldn't even be that way. But like I said, that iSpeed thing, that's hopefully it can be safe. Oh, are you serious? Oh, let me show this one. Hold on. Let's watch this. Let's look at this. Hold on. So this is saying awareness. Last Sunday, and what was it? Yolanda Beavers, the alleged mistress of Pastor Ricky Scott Sr. of East St. Peter's Baptist Church in Oxford, Mississippi. It was disrupted the morning worship and revealed that she was pregnant by the pastor. We do not condone violence, and Pastor Ricky Scott Sr. refuses to be voted out after his pregnant side chick tried to fight his wife during the service, and he states that he is not leaving. Let's see this. Wow.
No, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell y'all what happened. Let me tell y'all what happened. Do y'all remember? No, you can't go with bylaws. We'll be in court. The period of bylaws, if it's not a moderator, they said the chairman of the deacon board would do it. You can't appoint nobody to do the job. You can't appoint nobody. We'll be in court. You can get police to get me out. We just go to court. So no, I'm not getting police to ask me to move. I'm the pastor. I haven't been voted out. I'm not going.
Wow.
I'm not going. Police can't move me and I'm the pastor. Because here it is right here. The church, I don't even know what it is. It's between the church body will be called by the voting members, and it said if any time that a vote is needed for retention of the mission, a church meeting will be called. The meeting must be stated, and it said the chairman of the deacon ministry will provide. The chairman of the deacon ministry will provide. Let me show it to you. Right?
Yo, this dude don't got no shame. No shame.
Because I asked to do one thing. I asked to do one thing, ask a question. They won't let me ask the question. They won't let me ask the question because they know I'm telling the truth. You think I asked them to let me ask one question. This church will be soon. I asked you already, you know, when y'all came to that meeting, y'all said, I'll let you speak at the meeting. You don't remember that? Right. Hold up. No. This is what happened. Do y'all remember? Hold on, no. See, why they won't let me talk? All I ask is to ask one question. All I ask, they won't let me ask my one question because they know I'm telling the truth. And the police can't come on private property and ask me to leave if I'm not doing nothing to nobody.
Now, let me just make y'all understand something. Now, this is, again, why I've always talked about the church, and I talked about black people in the church. And it's funny that I just, found this video on Twitter because, as I stated before, you got a lot of people that's preaching, but they're not living in the way of the Bible. They're not following the rules and regulations. They're not living their life like Christ. They're not doing none of that. And this dude, because they said allegedly the mistress, right? Again, that was a pregnant woman that you did see leave. He didn't deny nothing. He was like, y'all can't make me leave. I'm the pastor of this church. Can't nobody get me up out this church. Ain't nobody vote. That's him admitting that what has been stated is true, is factual. And then, like, yo, you a grown man doing this. You could have just divorced your wife. You could have left the whole thing, and then you could have sat up there and been with the younger girl that you wanted to be with. But you wanted to still be married, still be in the church. Y'all, you want to be up here trying to tell people what's right and what's wrong, and you want to be judging people and say what it is that people should and shouldn't do. But you out here committing adultery. You out here doing all of this. You cheating on your family. You got a whole nother woman pregnant for no reason. Like, yo, like I said before, this is crazy. This is what happens when you got people in power. This is what happens when you don't really have those checks and balances. See how the pastor is acting like he is the owner of that church? I thought that was the house of God. If you do wrong, if you are irresponsible, you are not fit to basically lead. You are not fit to be pastor no more. He is not fit. But like I said, you don't see people in the church really holding him accountable. Everybody in that church should have basically stand up and be like, yo, we want you out of here. But they didn't do that. Because you got a lot of people out here that just want to be led by somebody. So even though they all saw him do wrong, you ain't see them walk out on him. You didn't see them just like wave their hands, be like, you know what, I'm out. I'm about to find me another church up until y'all get rid of him. Y'all ain't see that happen. So which means that he will still be there and his actions will be accepted, because what do most pastors say? Oh, I got the blood of Christ on my side. With the blood of Christ, I can make it through anything. Right? That's what TDJ said. He was like, I use the blood of Christ a multitude of times. This just ain't one of the times I need to use it. And not only me, but you too can also use the blood of Christ as well. Right? It's crazy. It is completely crazy directly out here, but let's continue.
That's a private property. That's a private property.
Calm down, y'all.
The right way is the right way is number one. The right way is where is your church roll? Where's your church roll? You gotta have an active church roll. Where's your church roll? Where's the secretary of the church? No, you're not you. How you got one? The church secretary is supposed to have one. You haven't been here, but you coming on first Sunday. So how you know who's here second, third, and fourth? No. We're gonna do it right. As long as we do it right, I'm okay. I'm okay with right. As long as we do it right, because you can't just bring folk in here that ain't been in here since September of 2044. You can't do it, and that's not gonna happen. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm the pastor of the church. I'm the pastor of the church and had not done nothing to nobody. The church will witness. I'm the pastor of the church and had not done nothing to nobody.
He said he's the pastor of the church and he ain't done nothing to nobody. You literally just had a young woman up in there fighting your wife during service, talking about she pregnant. And you want to repeat, I'm the pastor of the church and I ain't done nothing to nobody. Wow. The audacity.
I'm the pastor of the church and have not done no. Because I have not done that. I am the pastor. I'm the pastor of the church. And if they can't do that, I haven't done anything. I'm the pastor. Okay, come on, I'll talk to you. Come on. I'll do that.
Wait, did the girl come back in there? I think that's her. Yeah, that's the girl that's pregnant. She's about to roll up in there. That's crazy. Fighting in church. Supposed to be the house of God. They got to drag her out there again. And that girl is pregnant. Let me freeze it right here. Let me show y'all something. This is the problem. This is the problem with this day and age right now. So people basically spot. We saw in the first part of the video that the pregnant girl was in some type of brouhaha with the wife or whoever, and in like some type of circle, right? They already got her directly out of there the first time. Y'all saw her, directly out the door. Later on, about 6 minutes in, or about 5 minutes in, she comes right back to the deep right side, and she's trying to go in where the police are having a conversation, right, with the pastor. And then it moved from that because she got stopped to then her going and trying to attack the pastor's wife. And I'm like, everybody saw her and everybody knew what was about to happen, but you got more people with cell phones and more people sitting up there chatting and talking versus trying to make sure that this pregnant woman don't sit up there and attack the wife. Like I said, this is the problem with the social media era. This is the problem. You don't need everybody to be sitting up there recording. All you need is one person. One person. That's all you need. But like I said, we're at a day and age where everybody trying to go out and have a platform. Everybody want to have, a certain type of fame and whatnot or whatever. It's crazy. All of those women there should have been the main ones there to stop that from happening. They should have been there to sit up there because that's two black women fighting. They should have been the main ones there to stop that from happening, but that's not what happened. And then on top of that, I realistically feel, because it's quote unquote the house of God, the men there should have just threw out the pastor. I'm like, yo, you out of here. You are no longer pastor. Like, yo, go, because he's disrespecting the church. He's disrespecting the house of God. That's why I sit up here and say that people talk all of this religion stuff, but they don't really take it that serious. Because now when it comes down to them, oh, I'm the pastor of this church. This is my church. This is my church. You can't throw me out of here. Y'all got to vote on this. Ain't nobody vote. Y'all ain't going to do nothing to me. The police can't get me out of my church. Like I said, see all that ownership? So how real is the house of God? If a man who is the pastor can literally say that this is his house. How real is the house of God? That ain't God's house there. If a man can sit up here and state that the house of God is his house, then it's not really the house of God. This is why I told people before, I got, different beliefs from everybody else when they deal with the supposed house of God and all these other types of things and what a temple is and all of this stuff. Like I said, this is crazy. And this is all black people here. And this goes back, funny enough, this goes back to the whole thing that we were talking about with Black Wall Street being rebuilt. This proves my point. If you got more people, you got more black people in this church that are filming, recording, and chit-chatting versus the people taking action to make sure that a fight doesn't break out. Realistically, the police, in a sense, should not have been involved. Black people should have been the ones to, fix that whole situation. But that's not what took place. We would rather sit back and then allow for the police, which we got a problem with. We would rather come back and allow the police to come through and be the ones to basically fix the situation. That's crazy. Let's continue. Now, if they're trying to keep up with the Joneses,
and show her what's going on. And this is the reason why she want to come to church today. God told her not to come, like she always tells me. We bring the police involved. Police came. Yeah, but that was that right there. But why is she trying to take the wife? For the one time she had. Look, one thing. She can't hear.
all you hear is like a lot of squawking. That's all I'm hearing.
People, please. Hey, listen, we gonna stop this. We gonna stop this. Does not make sense for us to do the food that we do. We gonna stop this. Ain't nobody clean up. Ain't nobody clean up in this
Now you heard him. Now the dude trying to sit up there and be like, all right, we about to stop this, yada, 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 all this other type of stuff. And you heard the woman be like, ain't nobody clean up in here. Ain't nobody clean. I'm like, so you just not going to listen to nothing then. So the moment in time that somebody's trying to tell you like, yo, just calm down, just listen, let's sit up there and just try to, circle this out or whatever. All you just hear a whole bunch of squawking. You don't hear dudes saying nothing. It ain't the dudes that's sitting up there saying like, ain't nobody clean. You always hear the women, all of them, but ain't nobody clean up in here. I'm like, yo, like I said, the black community is hit. If we're supposed to taking this for like an example, the black community is hit. Black community is hit. Like the leadership that you supposedly have, aka the church, those ain't even real leaders. They fake. They just doing it to sit up there and gain and get money and all this other type of stuff. And then a moment in time that you got some other people trying to get order, ain't nobody really listening. Everybody just over talking, squawking, and having their own conversations. Because again, like what most people said, what black people love, what drama. All of this is drama. All of them didn't even have to feed into that. They could have all separately themselves, the flock, they could have sat up there and had order. They got the power to sit up there and do it. But you got too many people that's quote unquote of the same religion, of the same flock, of the same church, listening to the pastor, all this other type of stuff. But magically, everybody's an individual. Like I said, you got kids and everything there, and you're allowing them to sit there and witness and be in all of this energy. Like, yo, people don't understand how energy and other stuff basically transfers. Like I said, you got a lot of parents and people that don't want to actually be parents. But like I said, it is what it is. You know, this is just one of many examples. Now the police telling everybody to leave the church. That's crazy.
Hey, Will. How you doing, bro? Tell officer she don't come up to the house and tell nobody to get out.
That's crazy.
She don't come up to the house and tell somebody.
That's crazy. That's crazy. All black church, and you got them sitting up there telling black people to get out. That's crazy. All because black people couldn't sit up there and get this whole situation sorted out themselves. Crazy. Can't make this up. It's completely crazy. Yeah, what's up, Tippy? Tippy said, what I missed, what happened. So basically what happened is that you had a young woman who was the mistress of a pastor. She came out to the church and basically said, like, yo, he got me pregnant. This is his child. That pregnant woman, the mistress, got into a fight with the wife. Not once, but more than likely twice. And the pastor sat up there and told the people of the church, hey, I'm not sitting up there leaving. I'm not going nowhere. Y'all can't get me out. And he was sitting up there saying that the police can't sit up there and move him either. Like I said, people gotta do a better job at who their leaders are. People gotta, do some background checks or something. Y'all gotta make sure like these people are who it is that they say that they are. Because if not, you're just going to inevitably get misled down the wrong path by a person that should have never been in the place of leadership at all. And this pastor right here, who's ever at this what is it? East St. Peter's Baptist Church in Oxford, Mississippi, whoever the pastor is, like, yo, you need to get your ass up out of that church. They ain't your church. That's supposed to be God's church. That's the church of the people. And you are not, you are compromised. You ain't the person that's supposed to be teaching nothing. I don't want to hear nothing about the blood of Christ. I don't want to hear nothing about being born again. Like, yo, you created a child, quote unquote, out of sin. It had nothing to do with you being married to the other person that you created the child with. You created a child outside of that marriage while being married, while knowing the fact that you didn't sat up there and gave some type of oath or whatever to God to uphold, to be with your wife and all this others. Like I said, man, get that man out. Get that man out. And that's also one of the other reasons why you got people out here that sit up there and say that black men can't sit up there and lead. Like I said, if people want examples, they can easily sit up there and find them. This the 1 10-minute video by itself, it gives a feel to things. Skylar said, but why didn't he stop him? Wait, who? You mean why didn't the pastor stop the mistress from attacking the wife? I don't know how far they were apart, because it don't take nothing but like less than 5 seconds for somebody to jump and try to attack somebody else. So, like I said, I don't know. If he wanted to do the stuff that he wanted to do, he should have handled those things differently. Obviously, he's not. That's why the mistress is there. It's crazy. Hack said, I'm going to dip for a few. Take care of you. All right, brother. Much love, respect, and appreciation. Again, much love, respect, and appreciation to any and everybody that's been a part of this live stream for about close to I'm just going to round it out to about 3 hours that I've been sitting here talking, going through, a multitude of, different conversations by way of Twitter and some other videos that I had captured specifically for you guys as well. If anybody would like to support the channel, you can do that by way of the links that you see, either directly in front of you in the video or by the links that are under the live stream video as well. So shout out to anybody that's a part of the Patreon, that's donated to by way of PayPal or Cash App as well. Much love, respect, and appreciation. Hopefully everybody is having a good day. Everybody is completely safe and sound. And that is pretty much it for this live stream. And as always, I will catch you guys on the next live stream. And peace out, be safe, and much love.